Hey, hello. Say something, everyone. Okay, cool. I couldn't tell if the sound was working here, but it looks like out there in TV land, everybody's getting it, so we're good. Hello, Skyhawkings. Welcome. I think you're new.
Hi,
welcome to DMs After Dark. If you're brand new, you're in for such a treat. Yeah, leave now while you can.
No, it's too late already. We've infected them.
Too late already.
They sat through our intro.
We have a lot of freaking announcements, but before we do, does anyone have anything to say? What's new in everyone else's life here? Sarah has an important one. I think we'll start with that one. That's probably the most important
one. Oh my God. How could you bring this onto stream? I hate you.
What is it? What did she just say? What did she say?
Romaine lettuce is the second weakest leaf.
What's the weakest leaf?
Iceberg lettuce.
Oh. Iceberg.
What the fuck is
nothing? We have been fighting for 2 days, and I cannot believe you brought it onto stream.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Anyway, yeah. So as your resident behind the scenes Twitch bitch, if anyone with a tier 1 sub looks in their emotes, you will see a beautiful new Bryn flipping you off emote that you can use at your leisure. It brings me great joy. It's just a little Bryn, big middle finger, just saying fuck you to everyone.
Next, we need an angry Bryn tucked under Discara's arm, just being hauled away, flailing.
It would be too small. But yeah, so it's just the end code is Angie. So, we got a little Angie Bryn. And in addition to the usual commands, as we all know, Christian is old and his memory is a bit wishy-washy. So whenever we need to plug Rainy, or if you want to see what Rainy's up to, there is a handy-dandy chat commandy for it.
Yeah, he has a show. I can't remember the name of it, but it's really cool.
Well, it's called Rainy Plays Games, and his linktree is in chat.
I'm actually going to be on it soon.
Really?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're going to talk about running sandbox campaigns and stuff like the sandbox sort of game. Cool. So it's going to be really fun.
Rainy's going to start doing it back to us. He's going to be like DMs in the dark.
DMs? What?
That'd be incredible.
Yeah. It's true. It's the funny thing
DMs
too is
at dusk.
DMs at noon, high noon. He's got, after me, I'm like the last nobody he's interviewing because he's got a stacked list of people to interview all through next year. Yeah, he really does. I got in I got in right before he's going to become too good for us because he's going to talk to real people who actually have talent.
He's always been too good for us.
Never forget the mud from which he began.
That's true.
The mud.
Chip sandwich.
Losers. Yes, chip sandwich. Oh, I should
someday
have bought the
wait
chip
for
sandwich.
event cameo. He's gonna come back. Guest appearance.
I've already discussed with him. I know exactly when he's gonna come back and where and how, and it's all it's locked in. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Oh, that's awesome.
I thought today was gonna be the day when you put the link in the not Runequest chat.
Oh, I did. I didn't know. That's just me being old and stupid. I was busy. What happens was I was busy responding to the Easy Pass. The Easy Pass text scam, giving them money, and I just put it on the wrong one because I'm old.
Wait, did you get that too?
No. Oh, I get it every single freaking day.
Really?
Yeah, I've gotten it 2 or 3 times in the past week. Mine comes as a text. Yeah, it'll be
because they know he's old.
Yeah, maybe. I was going to say, I got my first email for Easy Pass.
I've got an email one too. I have a picture of Stone Cold Steve Austin giving the middle finger saying, go suck a dick. And that's what I send back to them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also going to learn, I'm trying to learn some very nice, not nice things to say in the most likely languages of the people who are probably sending those scams so I can send them back in their native tongue.
Just in 40 different languages.
Because you never know. Oh, yeah. You just send a whole list.
I could just send a list,
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what you speak normally, but
here, select one of the following. Select one of the following insults. So all right. So first and foremost, if you want to drop the stat calculating thing, one of our listeners, John, I think his name was. Sent us this really awesome stat calculator, which Sarah's just dropping in chat. Which you just put in your basic stats, rolled stats for your character, and it calculates all the bonuses and all the other stuff automatically for you. So that's really cool, and more people should have that and use it. And so check it out. And John has some really, really cool cats. So salute to your cats, sir. Yeah.
Why didn't you share the cats?
I'm a cat hoarder. That's why. I'll send them later. I'll send the cats later. I'll send the cats later. Secondly, in case you missed it, because I missed it until I checked my email right before this, the Runequest Humble Bundle is back for an encore. And it's really good if you haven't gotten it. I'm assuming most of the people listening to us probably have a good amount of these books, but just in case you don't, this is everything, I think, except for the Lunar book. So it's really worthwhile. You can get this real cheap, and then you just have to buy the Lunar book and the Solar book, where you can learn about what a loser yelm is in every single culture. That'll be out in April. Yeah, yelm, you nerd, you owe me money.
Where's my fucking money?
That's going to be a hero quest we do one day. It's like, yelm, you big nerd, where's my money?
Where's my money?
So the Runequest Humble Bundle, check it out if you haven't, because that's a damn good deal.
Hey, Sunday Mead, thank you for
Sunday
the 20-month sub. Jesus H.
Heck yeah.
Love
Thirdly,
things, my good dude.
I had a request from a listener because last couple of times we streamed, we've gotten on our soapbox about a couple of things like AI and just basically not being a dick at the table to other players. So apparently, I felt bad about it because I'm I probably shouldn't be using this time to preach to people. But apparently it's liked because we've received a request to make fun of the state of North Dakota. Which is what I'm going to do right now. Because you're
going to get to every state eventually anyway.
Eventually,
they're just giving you a target.
They're just giving me another one. But I want to read this legislation they're passing.
This one's pretty bad though. Yeah.
Because they're passing legislation. It's basically part of a wave of I guess you call it anti-obscenity. Would be the kind of legalese term for it, but really what it is a censorship. Censorship, but I'm going to read part of it here. But they're basically trying to criminalize certain sorts of books.
This is targeted specifically to books?
This is targeted specifically for books, so I just want to read part of it. A person is guilty of a Class B misdemeanor if the person willfully displays at newsstands or any other business establishment frequented by minors, or minors are or may be invited as part of the general public, any photograph book, paperback book, pamphlet, or magazine, the exposed cover or available content of which either contains explicit material harmful to minors or exploits, is devoted to, or is principally made up of depictions of nude or partially denuded human figures posed or presented in a manner to exploit sex, lust, or perversion for commercial gain. So that sounds all well and good, right? But then you get further into their definitions, which says that definition of quote unquote obscenity is what a reasonable person would consider that. So my question then would be, well, what is a reasonable person?
Not the legislators in North Dakota.
And then my question, my next question would be,
at all?
The Earth Cults book for RuneQuest is chock full of boobies, and is that mean then that you can't have it out?
We all remember the fiasco with the picture of the statue of David in Florida.
Right. Exactly.
Was that in Florida?
Yeah, that was in Florida where they actually covered David's junk in Florida because people would be. No, it was
not
even
in school books.
It was even beyond school books, wasn't it?
I thought it was in school books.
No, it was in a textbook.
Yeah,
it was in a textbook. Yeah. Well, so same idea. So
but it's the statue of David. It's not
right.
Pornography. It's art.
Right. It's art.
It's famous art.
Any reasonable person can tell the difference.
Correct. But again, define
the operative word being reasonable.
Define a reasonable human being, and these North Dakota clearly, there are 3 people who live there, and 2 of them clearly don't know what they're doing. So to the third person who lives there, I'm sorry for you. Consider moving. But in general, outside of that, though, this is a part of a broader thing that's happening in our nation. Louisiana was trying to make it illegal for librarians to join the largest organization for librarians in the nation. I think it's ALA, right? Because they had ALA had stood up against book censorship and things like that. And the state of Louisiana is trying to dictate what libraries can and cannot have in their books, which is against our First Amendment.
And it's against the core principles of librarianship.
It's against the core principles of just like intellectual freedom.
Yeah.
And so what I would say to this is, you encounter this in your daily like life out there, wherever you are. People who want to ban things are never the good guys, and they suck.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck those people. They need to have bad things happen to them, as defined by a reasonable human being.
There are several libraries in this country. I don't know if they're still this way, but they had restricted the entire public library to 18 plus only, like carting people at the door because of censorship laws like this.
They had to, yeah.
Where if the minor could possibly get a material with anything that would be that the locals would consider explicit or obscene, which is like any adult romance novel in the adult section, not meant for children, but like nothing stops a child from running over there and grabbing a book off the shelf.
I'm just going to piggyback. Well, Kent said it kind of low, but I mean the Bible, right? Like,
yep, the Bible. Oh, Ezekiel 23:20. Look it up.
Look it up.
So
just that whole
the library
whole passage. I read it recently, and it was like, oh yeah, this is like porn in the Bible. Good job.
Yeah, the library with its staffing and layout was unable to ensure that there is no possible way a child could just rush out and grab a book at some point. Had to restrict the entire library to 18 plus only. So kids just can't go to the library anymore. I don't know how long it lasted, but that did happen.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a very good, like, an idea of like the kind of the protest of what you have to do, because these are stupid laws and they deserve malicious compliance. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. It's like you literally cannot do this because you violate and you just. I mean, we live in a time right now where the Constitution is literally being just like trampled and used as like toilet paper. But I mean, you got to make small stands where and when you can. And I have we have some people out there listening. So if you are in North Dakota, write your reps and tell them that they suck. If you're not in North Dakota, write to them anyway, because you still can. Their email addresses are online.
It's also like an incredibly contradictory sort of movement, because these are people who want to choose what is and is not appropriate for their children, like families and parents that are very much about control of their children. They're like, I don't want my child being vaccinated. I don't want my child learning this in school. I don't want my child this and that. Like, this is my child. I have the final say. And yet legislation like this continually puts the burden of parenting and deciding what is and is not appropriate for minors on the larger system itself, out of control of the parents. So
and by
why?
large,
Like, if you are concerned about what your child has access to, you should fucking be with them, and you should parent your child and decide what they can and cannot check out. You should walk around with them. Like, it's not the librarian's job to watch your kid.
The solution to making sure your kid doesn't see something you don't want to see is to be a fucking parent. And and you know what? Even when you do that, they're still going to see things you don't want them to see, and you still have to be a fucking
parent. And then
parent.
It's your job to deal with
and
that.
I was telling a story like beforehand, before we went on, of like stuff with I have a son, he's 15 now, but he was like 6 or 7, and I got some like DC animated movies, right? And some of them were good, and then one of them was John, that's hysterical. What that just got Speaking of funny stuff, John's comment just got auto-modded for rape. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
Because it says the Bible's full of rape. Like, there you go, right? I just said it, auto-mod. There you go. It is. But
the passage that Amber mentioned.
He's full of some stuff.
There you go.
But I mean, so we got these DC movies, and like, I didn't know it was the Flashpoint movie, and like, we're watching it, and like, Wonder Woman like rips a guy's spine out, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like way more violent than I expected it to be. And you know what I had to do? Be a freaking parent and like have a conversation with him about like realistic violence versus like fantasy violence, and how this is a story and blah blah blah. I had to be a parent. Like, that's what you have to do. Enough of that. That's all I have to say. That is our soapbox part. We're eventually just gonna have to launch a political podcast separate from it.
Please no.
Politics after dark.
I'm too tired.
It would just be optional for folks who would want to rant.
Just rants.
Right?
It's just DM's after dark rant.
It would be like
Jess and I. It can be a combination. There's palate cleansers. We'll do some like serious ethical rants, some political rants, followed by me and Jess sparring it out over romaine lettuce.
What this was all about, honestly. Like,
all right, it's just that.
Before we get too far, I'm gonna reel these cats
Yeah,
back
I have to
into the
talk about
cat
myself
pen.
too. Yeah.
No, I was about to show for Christian because
Yeah, go for that, please.
here's the thing. We didn't even start. Sunday Mead brought it up in chat earlier, asking how Christian's newest Call of Cthulhu scenario is going.
Let's see if he can get to
you're
Copper
itch-
tonight.
It is. So here's the thing. I am 10 sales away from Copper.
Crazy.
So Copper is 50 copies sold. That's a
Nice.
Copper bestseller. That's
Awesome.
the first tier. So I'm only 10 copies away. I'm going to keep the price of $4.69. I never intended to raise it. I just think it's funny that it's $4.69. So that's where it's staying, unless it goes on sale, in which case it'll go down to $2.69. But
Nice.
So I just posted the
Nice.
link to it in chat.
Thank
I
you.
also have it pinned at the top. For Dead Fellas, a Call of Cthulhu scenario that's a modern mobster game. Modern-ish, yeah.
And if you want to see it played, some very cool people in Australia actually live streamed it last week.
That would be these.
Yeah,
folks.
Jack Squarepeg, and
Jack
it should still be on their Twitch, but if it's not, it'll very soon be on their YouTube. And then once it does, I'll get the link like attached to the Drive Through RPG page and everything.
Their recent broadcast is already on their videos page on their Twitch
Yeah.
stream. It's called "Get Your Shine Box."
Get your
Dead
shine
Fellas.
box, Dead Fellas.
Nice. That's really awesome, Christian. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was it was
I
really
can't believe
weird.
how quick.
Very quick, right? Yeah, I didn't expect it to get to 50 so quickly or close to 50, but
That's
yeah.
incredible.
And over Valentine's Day weekend. I'm sorry, Ken. Go ahead.
No. I just like when you were describing the scenario of Dead Fellas to us.
Yeah.
And it was just like it's like yeah, that'd just be like a great like one shot, like even like a con Cthulhu.
Oh my god.
That's specifically what it's designed to do, is to be a con adventure, because it's like it fits into the 2 hours, 2 to 4 hour time slot. It's got pre-gens
I get
already.
it now. Yeah, it took me a minute.
Yeah.
It took
I
me.
don't have enough hands.
At first, I was like, "That's not funny," and then it took
What the
me
hell is
like.
going on?
Honestly, I didn't get it
chat.
until
Yeah, check chat.
until Sarah's chicken nugget. Once, for some reason, once I read Sarah's chicken nugget, I was like, "Oh, I see it now." I don't know why. I really don't know why.
I gotcha.
My comment was just that I started
Very nice.
choking on the chicken nugget, and Amber's comment.
They call that the squared circle, Amber.
Hell yeah.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh
But
jeez.
just being menaces.
I stopped listening to the last like 5 minutes of conversation, but also Christian.
Yes.
That's so cool though that like half the it was like one of the Chaosium cons or something. It's like half your games.
Oh, yeah. No,
that's amazing.
Yeah. So Chaosium Con is in April in America, and I had made a comment about like I suck, so I'm not gonna be able to
They're
go.
running your fucking games, man.
That's so cool.
Not only last year, somebody was like, "Oh no, I ran Sins of Saints an Hour last year at it," and then that person was kind enough to like that was like a couple months ago, like that was like an interaction on Facebook. That person like found that old thread and was like, "Oh hey, by the way, look, they're playing 2 of your games again there." Like
That's
so
cool.
Sins and Saints and Ara and Night Mother's Moon, which is the one Sarah with the candles, with Dolly Parton candles, is being played there again, which is like a weird and really good feeling. And like also like having been on the other side of like, now I understand how Drew feels, because like watching other people play something you wrote and like stream it is really like such a cool thing, honestly. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. So
that's so cool.
Hell yeah.
Yay me.
Amber's gonna get that Vason one out.
Written.
You really do. Seriously.
Yeah, you should. That was so cool.
Yeah. You really do.
Mystery.
So cool.
Yeah. I know someone who's in chat right now that'll lay it out for you. John Malcolm. Does a very good job.
The layout for I haven't read your Dead Fellas, but I was like, wow, this looks great.
John Malcolm,
really
like I sent him like I was like, I tried doing this myself. Can you take a look at it? And then he turned like, like
it was like no.
Yeah, basically it's exactly what he did, and he changed it into something very good and just like amazing looking. Yeah,
it looks really good.
So
yeah, he was just saying that he made Dead Fellas print ready if it ever gets to that point.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Sharky. Yeah. So the reference to the Dolly Parton candles is all chauffeur for oh god, what the fuck is it?
Night Mother's Moon. Yeah,
Night Mother's Moon. Night Mother's Moon. So, the essence of it is you are unhoused folks in New York or just generic big city. I forget exactly where.
Yep.
And homeless people start getting killed, and the cops aren't listening. So you're like, all right, we got to figure out what the fuck's going on. So, at one point, there were 3 of us that were playing. We decide we have to like do a ritual to like figure out all this stuff, and so we're like, okay, well, let's go down to the bodega and see what we can find. And we were like, all right, we got to get candles. I don't remember who brought it up, but someone made the joke of them being the candles we find being those like tall saint candles, but of celebrities instead.
Which is a very common thing in like New York, honestly. Yes. Like New York bodegas have them all over the place. Yeah.
Christian was like, okay, each of you pick a celebrity and you're able to find those. So we got Dolly Parton, Dr. Fauci, and my vote was Tupac.
Yep.
So my favorite moment from my character in that game was when we were getting ready to start. I said, in the name of Saints Fauci, Parton, and Tupac, let's do this, bitch. My proud line.
Incredible.
My sweet old man wasn't
very
old.
good. A very good track record of surviving Call of Cthulhu adventures that I run. Honestly,
Christian hasn't killed me yet.
Yeah,
this is a challenge.
Yeah, I have not. Yeah,
I'm a menace. Anyway,
right. I think we should. That's everything, right? I made fun of North Dakota. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. They're all my links.
So there's a lot of stuff. All right, let's start playing some Runequest. Amber, what happened last?
Last time on Runequest.
You ate some of that troll food. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
The drink wasn't that
bad. We were in our camp, in our newly constructed camp that's still getting kind of put in order and underway, especially with the new additions from the recently destroyed village of Gavin's Cross.
Gavin's Cross, yep.
The newly destroyed village of Gavin's Cross. All the refugees are currently staying with us right now. So village is getting put in order. Rue is being anxious, as always, about hiding from Bryn because he did a bad thing eating that trollkin, or at least he feels like he did a bad thing eating that trollkin. And Daskar was out with Bryn in the woods, tromping around looking for tracks, finding that large troll tracks are getting closer and closer to camp. A little bit concerned about that and whatnot. Rue made some rounds and started gathering supplies for an offering to go into the woods for the trolls and try to make sure that we get off on the right foot, seeing as how we're in their home right now. Talked to Lilia a little bit about getting some horses for the company and training up some cavalry, which sounds like a great idea. That is on the list there. And then finally could not avoid going into the woods where Bryn and Daskar were any longer, so he gathered up Arissa, who is emotionally intelligent and rock solid, and they went into the woods and met up with the rest of their friends, and wandered deeper and deeper into the troll forest, into the deeper living shadows of the magic of the trolls and their darkness runes and whatnot. And they sat down for a while and put out the offerings and waited for someone to come and meet them and hopefully not just kill them from the trees, which they did. There is a your name down. But on which page?
The
trader, the troll trader. There's a troll trader, John
Ganzak Ganzor.
Ganzor, yeah.
Ganzak Ganzor, but it was Jarstakos is the Hairborn ancestor.
Yes. A troll trader. That guy.
Ganzak Ganzor.
Came forward to talk with us and talk down some of his more let's just kill and eat them happy companions. So we were not immediately killed and eaten. But our offering was accepted. We met a couple cool troll folk. That troll trader. There's a troll warrior guy who sort of vaguely...
John Jor.
Jean Jor. That's the one. Yeah, Jean Jor, who's just like real about killing, and everyone's like, yeah, Aranina would like you. And there was another troll warrioress.
Yitra.
And yes, Yitra, yes, troll warrioress.
Look at you, Ken.
Those three, yes.
I have notes. I wrote down names.
You're doing the best of all of us on
the
these name ones. Yeah.
So we met 3 cool trolls. They brought us back to their camp to talk to their leader, which was the trader's wife, who is very pregnant and was not up for seeing us directly, but did humor our request, which was we were hoping to be permitted to remain in the forest and hide from the Lunars for some time here. We did ask if the people of Gavin's Cross could remain behind when we moved on, as their home had been destroyed. That part was rejected, but they are allowed to stay with us as long as they are within our camp, and as long as we do not bring the violence of our wars to their door. So we were grateful for their hospitality. One of the trolls is also a healer, and Arissa and that troll sort of connected and swapped some herbs and secrets and stuff. And we left in kind of an open invitation for the trolls to come and join us at our camp sometime and share some of our stories and trade trade items, knowledge, that sort of thing. We are very hopeful that we will continue to have a positive, mutually beneficial relationship with the trolls while we are hiding in this forest and plotting our next moves and possibly gathering horses. That was most of the session. We headed back after that. Rue and Bryn had a little heart-to-heart that was incredibly sad and did not make things feel much better, but they are talking again. And that is pretty much where we left off.
Good job. Good job. So, I was going to send a note in general to
everybody
folks.
Ate some between, oh, this is all right, to incredibly disgusting troll food.
Yes, and Orissa took the herbs that were given and some mushrooms, and she found that when she actually identified them, that
it would fuck your gut up crazy.
Yeah, you would be somewhere between like projectile vomiting and diarrhea, like at the same time, probably, if you're a human and you ate them.
That's
this
right.
This is incredible. We need to get this into the Red Witch immediately.
Jess also drank that glug. My goodness.
Yep.
The fermented milk stuff.
Yes.
He finished it.
Glug
is delicious. How dare you?
Yeah, glug is really good.
Yeah.
Well, that's like a normal word for other things, is it?
Grog. Grog is
the
word you are looking for.
I just sent
grog,
a thing
also
to...
very good.
Yeah, grog. It's like a watered down rum, right? I think. Or there's some other stuff.
Grog is like a
mixture of shit.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of different shit in it.
The like circumstance I know it from is the military. It's like a challenge sort of thing. Everybody just brings something and dumps it in the bowl, like alcohol, but also like Worcestershire sauce and random shit like that. And then you
Gotcha.
Oh.
Gotcha. Yeah, I sent something to the chat, if everyone's like in agreement about that, because things have to
send the bird off.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We've been meeting to forever.
Yeah, we asked Vesper to go to Whitewall and
let's just start with that. Yeah, just start with that.
Are we sending it with a message to convey? Is that what's
happening?
I
think that's the idea.
It's not going to carry anything because that makes it a possible target that a message can be seized. Mm-hmm. But we're going to ask her if she would do us this favor, go to Whitewall, find Kalir, and tell her, like the Company of the Dragon has heard of your need for aid. We are at the ready. What can we do for you? And
so
let them know like roughly how many like able-bodied fighters and whatnot we have, like the kind of resources.
It is now, I'm going to say, Clay Day, Stasis Week, which is like Tuesday. It is a black moon, meaning that lunar magic is at its weakest.
I can't shapeshift.
You cannot shapeshift.
I'm relieved.
But we'll start there. Let's start with that part. Kymrese has been doing a lot of meditating and spirit shit, possibly eyeing some of the mushrooms that Arissa bought and trying to get them, but she's keeping them away from him. But let's start with
the keg stand at that disgusting milk stuff.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
This is going to send me on a journey.
Let's start with the beard and let's start with that. What do you guys? How do you guys approach that? What do you do?
I mean, I think we just talked to Vesper the owl.
Yeah, we talk with Kymri's kind of in the background right now, but it's his friend. So we will just ask Vesper, like, you've probably kind of gotten a good feel of the situation going around here. But one of our main goals is to help the besieged Haraborn at Whitewall.
Vesper is sitting like turned around, but in that owl way has like turned its head all the way around. So you're actually behind him, but he's looking at you. Like,
I hate to ask this of you. I know this is not really your conflict, but it would make a big difference to us if you would fly to Whitewall, look for Kalir, and let her know that the Company of the Dragon understands the weight of the situation, and we're here to aid however we can. That we've got not exactly a massive army, but we're clever. We've got accomplished priestesses. She has a star on her forehead. It glows. She's hard to miss.
I'm sure if you ask around too when you arrive, they will direct you to Kalir.
What again you wish me to say?
That the Company of the Dragon is waiting in the nearby lands. We're right now interfering with the lunar operations as much as we can, but if there's anything they need us to do on the outside that can help, or even if they need us to find a way to get something on the inside, we'll do it. Just tell us what they need.
And if they know of a way to get in and out, they might.
We've got a possible lead on a hero quest, unless there's an easier way.
I'll do this tonight when it is dark.
Thank you, Vesper.
Kind of fluffs his feathers at you and hops around a little bit.
Round.
And he sits down crisscross applesauce next to Kyrese, who's already sitting crisscross applesauce. Because owls can and do sit crisscross applesauce, in case you have not seen them.
Do.
Yes. And they meditate together.
Right. We should check in with the Second Wind and see if they have got any leads on horses we can get our claws into.
Okay. Someone who wants to roll me a community.
I believe that's me. Yeah, I have the.
So this is like
community roller.
Thievery, but also kind of I'm going to give you a choice here. If you're just like scouting, I would say it's a community dex roll. If you're trying to like, if
actually have them come back with horses,
which also would be like, that would be a community dex roll. So if you want to have them have like gotten some, I would make that roll just maybe a little harder. Or if it's more like, hey, we want to like ask around, maybe talk to the people at the Geo's Inn, trying to kind of get some information. That would be, I think, a community charisma roll.
I think how is our dex versus our charisma, Ken?
Your dex is better than your charisma.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we straight go for it. Like, if they're lunars or lunar sympathizers, we should just take their shit. We're good at taking other people's shit. We're Haraborn.
You have appropriated your horses in the name of the glorious revolution.
Exactly. Just obviously not taking shit from the locals who are not lunar simps or lunars themselves.
Lunar simps.
Yeah. If you're a lunar simp, I mean,
yep.
If you've got six Nazis sitting at a table eating dinner and you sit down to eat with them, you have 7 Nazis sitting down at a table eating dinner. So oh God.
Okay.
No.
So
my tea cover went in.
all right. So rolling community dex roll.
So is that to just get a line on some horses or steal some horses? Which one?
What are you thinking?
Wait, how good is it? Because like another thing we have to get better at is like having multiple things occurring at the same time to get things done. So we might. It's the Second Wind. They're competent. They're capable. Like
Yeah, so I would say
If they can get, let's
to just get a line on the horses. I would say that's dex times just like sneak around and spy. I would say that's dex
we
times
should
5.
steal.
That's a regular roll. If you want to steal, dex times. I'll just say dex times 4 because you know what the third wind, second wind. What are we? Second wind. Second wind is good at that shit. They're good at stealing. So that would be dex
fourth
times
wind?
4.
I don't remember.
No, I think it's
Second
I think it's the second wind. I think it's the third wind. But
Wait,
Someone
Now I doubt
remind
myself.
us.
no, me too.
we got
I feel like it's the fourth wind actually.
Because when you
Which
first said
wind is
second
it?
wind, I was like, huh.
I think
Yeah.
it's the third wind, but I'm not
How
sure.
many winds were there?
It's
There's
one of the
so many
winds.
winds. What are the other winds doing?
I mean, this is my aunt. I should know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I thought you wrote it down. Like
I
thought
have notes everywhere, okay? And
I thought you wrote
95%
down the
of them, I have no idea what
This
they mean.
is like that her sister was a witch, bro. Me.
It is.
Also,
It
chat
is.
says
The
Oh.
vote is saying third. The
That's so
vote is
good.
third wind. So
Okay,
yeah.
you know
So
what? I trust chat so much more.
so I will say that the third
That
wind are
we're
good
idiots.
at stealing. Are good at stealing stuff. So this would only be dex times 4. So it's only a little bit of a drop.
Let's
Okay.
go for it. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, Amber, do you still have the paper plate note from last time?
No.
You said you would. You fool.
I don't even remember what that was. Oh,
I don't
God.
remember
I'm pretty
either.
sure-
And you know
I'm
the funny
pretty
thing is,
sure
I
it was
remember being like,
Gonzak
"This is
Gunzor.
really
It was
important.
the name. That's
Write
why I
it down."
couldn't find it. Fuck.
No, it wasn't the
No,
name.
it was about stealing the horses because that's what it was. Because I
Yes,
remember being like,
correct.
"This is really important. Write it down." And you're like, "I'll
Yeah.
write it on this paper plate." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"God damn it! Why do I ask you to do anything?" But anyway,
I remembered it on my own.
that's fine. That's fair.
There you go.
All
That
right,
works.
So rolling
Dex
dex
times
Helps that
four.
I've been
4.
galloping around the West for 2 weeks.
Arr.
Horses have been on my mind.
Yes.
So I got a 21 out of the 48 we would need.
Okay. So that's a really good roll. So you succeed 28 out of what? 41.
Yep.
They come back with 10 horses.
No, 21 out of 48.
21. That's yeah. So that's less than half, right? So yeah, they come back with 10 horses.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They
Good
managed to wrangle up some horses, and that is only they were only gone like a day. So because you guys have gone back in a day, they were only gone in a day. They wound up. They say you find out they managed to they got up around north around Wilmskirk, and there are like some like stables and like more like caravans and stuff, and they know some lunar sympathizers, and they just like boosted the horses right out of like their caravan in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, got them good and drunk and just stole the horses.
Yeah.
And so, and Lilia takes a good look at them and says that these are, you know, some of them seem to already be trained for combat. Some of them are just like riding horses, but it's easy to train them, particularly what she's thinking of, which is more like riding around, shooting people with a bow on horseback,
Yeah, as
and
opposed
actually
to
like
getting into
charging and like
melee.
being into melee. Yeah. So she's going to start working with them, and she's selecting people who know how to ride, like the best riders out of the group. And she asks if you want to like help with that, Bryn.
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course.
All right. So you gather some people and you start practicing horseback that day. Des, what are you doing?
You can use Ruse horse too.
Rue's nameless horse.
I'll
Horse.
use Ruse horse while I'm.
Well, you have
Training
Orc,
and
so you
teaching.
don't
Yeah,
need
you have
to.
Orc.
Yeah.
Dude, but Ort knows everything, doesn't
I mean,
he?
an elk is different than a horse
Yeah.
in many ways. Like,
True,
Yeah.
true.
So Des is I think with this, like he does want to start training more combatively.
Mhm.
Because like up till now he's just been like using what he's learned or like like what he's experienced since the beginning of our campaign, like
Mhm.
that all that. But like he wants to start learning to be a bit more combative.
Okay.
Maybe learn some more
Like
helpful
strategy versus like straight attack, maybe.
learn some probably other helpful spirit magics that he could use, learn some different techniques, like whatnot. Like when we did combat stuff in the village, he probably wasn't really in on that more than
He's not done
like
a lot of
Rue
formal training
or
combat. He's good at fighting right now because he's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And strong.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I kind of like want Desk to like go and search out.
You should
Training.
try working with Aranina.
I was gonna say, who are you asking?
I know.
So
Hey,
I
Des,
think the
come with
best.
me.
So
I mean,
so
you know,
there's a couple
Lonson
ways to
also
look at this. Yeah.
trained me
So
and Brew,
so
so
you can
there's that too.
Lonson could theoretically train you, although she doesn't really use the
Yep.
same weapons that you do. Harvar is pretty much close to you in size,
Yep.
so he might be a good, but he's not technically. He's more of a smith. He
Yeah, I was
fights,
gonna
but
say,
he
I
like
didn't realize Harvar was that big.
he's a big dude.
Harvar is also
and
the
He's a
strongest in the.
yeah, he's like magically strong.
Like the
he
legendary,
has, yeah, he has strength beyond like what a human would have because of hero questing stuff.
Yeah.
And then you have Aranina, who's like just the champ at killing.
Yeah.
So
like honestly, like I think he would try to ask Aranina because we do use the same weapon.
that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah.
You find her while the horse training. I will say that the horses came back, like you guys came back from the troll thing. You got there kind of late, you slept. In the morning, the third one were back with the horses. So that was like an overnight trip for them. They got the horses. So you find Aranina helping Morganeth just like do stuff. I mean, she doesn't have her armor or weapons on, but she's kind of helping her walk through camp and like, because Morganeth doesn't see so well. So she's kind of like, like lean on my arm, mother. And she's like kind of taking her around, helping her like visit people and do earth priestess stuff.
Do earth shit.
Yeah. So that's where you find her though. Yeah.
All right.
Rue is like, yeah. Soon you will know fear.
He's like, yeah, she will torment him and not me.
No, the training that Des is going to receive is just like how to heckle Rue more.
Oh, she would be all about that.
Can't wait to find out what nickname she's gonna give you.
Somehow Arissa's gonna be the only one that escapes Aranina's wrath.
Can't be trained to kill if you don't fight, right?
I don't know. I stay away from Aranina kind of too.
Also, C-Stock, good evening. Thank you for 28,
28 months
of sub.
Holy crap.
Fucking shit.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Salud.
Enjoy the all your emotes, especially the new Bryn emote, which we are
Okay.
highly promoting tonight. Yeah,
That's
that's
our logo, in case
Hell
you can't
yeah.
tell.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah.
Love
it.
Troy had gotten it made for him when he came out for Captain Con, and then he got it made in a whiskey glass so it would be easy to travel with, and then he was just like, yeah, I don't feel like traveling with it.
And now it's mine.
Typical Troy. Very standard.
Typical Troy.
And like he was like,
I'm gonna get one next year when I go see those people. That's like
they
came out
were
so
really
good.
cool. Like
They were really
it came out
cool.
really
Yeah.
good.
The woman who does it all is so cool because she didn't remember me, but she remembered my wallet. I have a very distinctive wallet. It's the one that says "bad motherfucker" on it. No,
Nice.
That's a Pulp Fiction joke. I have a hand tooled like of a Japanese storm god, and it's pretty cool. But like, yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Des. Yeah.
So Des is going to go up to Aranina and Morganeth, and he's just going to call out, Aranina,
Oh, hey, what's up?
I actually have a favor to ask you.
Okay.
And he, as big as he is, like he is very anxious to ask her this, and he's gonna take his axe off of
So
the holster
she's
on
like,
the side.
okay, so she stares at you for a while, and then she leans in and she's like, "Is this like? Do you need some advice for like helping with Israela, or like?" Kind of looks around.
Oh, no,
This is like newlywed
no.
advice.
Is this like a sex thing?
All right.
No,
I mean, like, listen, I didn't think so. I just was like, I mean, because I walked past your tent, and I heard some stuff, so I thought things were going okay. But I just, you know, if you
sure they're
need
going
it,
okay.
like, you can still. I mean, I totally would help talk to you, but I'm just gonna stop talking now.
Yeah, no. He's gonna hold up his axe and he's just like, I was hoping you could train me better to use this.
Oh man. Oh dude, I feel like kind of all right. I feel kind of silly. Yeah, sure. Sure. Like whenever you want to start.
Whenever you're free, I see you're escorting Morganeth now. We're in the middle of something. Like hiding from the lunars kind of going by. But like whenever you think you is good.
Hold on. Hey, mother, do you think you'd be okay by yourself for a while? I have some other things to attend to. No, go right ahead. I'll be fine. I'll stay here for a bit. Right. All right, come on. Let's go.
Oh. Okay. And he'll follow Bella and Anita for axe training.
Okay, so she goes back to her tent, being a menace and fucking chat, and gets her axe. Now, her axe is a much bigger axe. It's an Orlanthe war axe.
Yeah,
which is
I think she uses like, a two-handed axe.
It's a two-hander.
Dex does use a one-handed.
Yeah, so it's a two-hander, and she goes, you know, I always meant to ask you, why not the bigger one? If you're not going to use a shield.
I actually was planning on using the shield at first, but the first time that I had to use the axe, I just didn't bring the shield with me, and it just became kind of habit.
All right, that's fair. She goes, come on, let's go find a place to kind of get out here and let me get Aranina's stats up.
Yep.
Just to do some sparring because it'll be fun.
Yes, kick his ass.
Oh yeah, she's gonna.
The entire village is collecting.
Where the fuck are they? Hold on a minute.
The second Arissa realizes what's happening, she just picks up her bag and just starts heading over.
Oh, the healer.
She's like, this is my circus. These are my monkeys.
I would love to see my cousin get trounced.
Yeah. So I did put points, like some of my things into shields for deaths, but again, I just never used it. Yeah, because like the first time that we were in like actual combat, it was with Dragalia.
And you just destroyed her.
Yeah, we just destroyed her in like 2-3 rounds.
I do remember Bryn using a shield because in the battle against the Red Witch Ashigara, like you got wailed pretty hard in the shield, like saved your ass. I do usually
use it.
Yeah.
I think I use it on horseback too.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or back.
All right, so she gets over and she's not wearing her armor or anything. She just has the big action. She's like, all right, we'll go, slow speed, but just come at me a little bit, show me what you got, and let's see where we're at.
All right.
Hold on a minute.
Yep.
Let me just look something up. What is your axe skill, sir?
My axe skill is at 72.
You subtract 33 from that.
Yeah.
When you attack her.
Incredible. Legend.
Wait, how much was it?
33%. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'm down to a 39.
Nice. Honestly, that's pretty good for Aranina. I mean, it's still 40% chance.
Yeah.
And then, then she blocks or dodges or something, right?
Oh yeah, like block parry or dodge is just like Death's Bane, because it's like I can do so much damage, but like if they dodge it, I can't do shit.
Yep.
Yep.
Which honestly I think like is really cool. One of the really cool things in
Yeah.
RuneQuest. I
Because like the dodging mechanic too, or the blocking mechanic.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know, like, because it's actually the combat system. People who designed the combat system actually did
the live
basically
combats
HEMA
and stuff.
Yeah, like HEMA.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's so common to get hit in the leg, because if you've ever been in like a real, like, I've fenced, and I do know, like, if you've ever been in like a real, like, you know, sort of thing like that, you get hit in the legs and arms, because you can it's pretty easy to block your head and your chest, you know, and not get hit honestly, there. But
it's like kind of instinctual too. Yeah.
In a combat, like when you're in combat, the most forward thing is your leg.
Yep. Yeah.
So but all right. Seeing how I do.
All right, roll for it. What is it? You know, what's your strike rank? Let's figure that one out too. We'll just we're just kind of going.
So Dessa's strike rank is I believe 6 with his axe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hers is a 3, so she's going to go first. So you kind of square up. Hold on. Oh crap! I'll be right back. My dice just rolled all the way over there. Hold on a second.
I was trying to escape. I was trying to spare my life. Although I did roll. I rolled fairly well.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm back.
Okay.
All right. So you can parry this, but again, minus 33.
Yeah. What's my parry would just be my axe skill again.
Correct.
And if I were to dodge, would it also be minus the 33?
Yes.
Okay, so I actually
she's good at what she. Actually, you know what? I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to go with no, because I don't remember reading that in rules. It's really just your weapon skills, I think.
Okay.
So let's just roll with that.
So,
and if I'm wrong, we'll change it.
Oh yeah, that's how you get it done.
Yeah.
You know what? Like I think I'm gonna go with a parry, and I'm gonna use the roll that I had rolled to before we'd established strike rank.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 17 to parry.
Nice job. All right. So let's see. So she had a regular success, and you had
I also had a regular success.
For you, a regular success. So she parries you. It's not going full speed, so it's not going to. We're not going to worry about like damaging weapons.
All right.
But and I'm not even going to get into damage, but she whacks you pretty hard, like like you parry it, but you just like and like you're a big dude and you're a strong dude and you're not used to like people like hurting you, and you feel like that shockwave,
being thrown around like that.
You feel that like that shockwave like go up your arms, and your limbs like go a little, like your fingers like tingle, and you almost drop the axe a little bit, and you're kind of like holy shit, and then you realize like you take a minute where you're like, oh wait, I can like take advantage of this now. Now you have a chance to attack her on strength rank 6.
All right, let's see. Ooh, no, I got a 94. That parry like took everything from me.
Your hands are numb as you like swing back. Are you doing two-handed with the axe or just one?
I'm doing one. So I think I tried parrying with both of them to try to like use extra force, and then went back to using one-handed for attacking.
Sure.
And my hand is just numb.
Yeah, your hands are numb. You come back at her. She pretty effortlessly like blocks it and manages to hook like underneath like the beard of your axe and kind of just like wrench it out of your hands. Pretty effortlessly.
Yeah.
And you're disarmed. And she's like, all right. Not terrible. Pick it up. Let's try again.
I'll shake out my hands, and
she chuckles to herself a little bit while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Because you probably try to not be seen doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
it's either
like
that
some
or
of the
just
people,
like my
some
hands
people are
shaking down.
Yeah. Some people are gathering to watch this too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Sarah was away. Doc Void, nice. 33 months.
Holy cannoli.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you, bro.
Wow.
Just realized I was muted. How was your stream, man? Doc streams with the Green Ronin Publishing folks with a Mutants and Masterminds game over on the Green Ronin YouTube channel. So give it a follow.
That's really awesome. Yeah, definitely.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Doc, get that over to me because I love.
We played a couple of Green Ronin
Mutants and
stuff at Gen Con, right?
Yeah, Green Ronin's good. I like Green Ronin.
Maybe. I know the company, but I can't think of the games.
Amber, have we played any Green Ronin games at Gen Con?
What are the Green Ronin games again? It's not.
Yes, you have, because
it's not Delta Force, right?
No, Mutants and Masterminds is Green Ronin, but Fantasy Age is too, I think.
Is Dragon Age? We've done Dragon Age.
Dragon Ages. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, we did that last year.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, and 2025 is Green Ronin's 25th anniversary.
Oh,
We're doing a big celebration at Gen Con.
Congratulations.
Cool.
We'll
be there.
Definitely be there.
Yeah, so we'll no reasons to. Yeah, I know, seriously.
Christian and I are just gonna be back in Rhode Island, just like
we always
friends are gone.
Yeah, we're tomorrow we're hoping to score hotel rooms.
Yeah, battle it out for housing.
If we get that grant though, Christian, you got to go next year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would have to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to. Let's like fingers crossed on that for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, so I'm definitely there cheering on Aranita. Like,
yeah. So you hear, because like words go through it like kind of ripples through the fight, like, oh, that's a fight, Aranita, and like people kind of like stop doing what they're doing to go see what that is. Rue, you can join this too.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna watch this.
And
he'll stand next to Bryn.
You guys go back and forth a lot. Basically, it's a contest of like strength and size versus skill. Like, I mean, you're still bigger than Aranita.
Yeah.
Possibly. What's your strength score?
But not by much.
My strength score is actually, I believe, it's 18.
Okay. So you're pretty much equally matched there. What's your size?
My size is also 18.
Okay, you're bigger than her. You're bigger than her. Her size is 15. I forget what that translates to in like real numbers, but
I think
that's pretty big.
Yeah,
she's still pretty big. Yeah, she's big.
I gotta remember.
That's gotta be like 6 foot, probably.
Yeah, at least 6 feet. She's big, and yeah. So the thing is that like the struggle that you have is like you're used to your strength basically carrying you and your size, but now you're up against someone who also has skill like on top of that, and so she's very good.
Even Nightclaw's here to see Death's fight.
Yes, Nightclaw also watches impassively next to Syl. Yeah,
Say hi.
Animal companion buddies.
Those eyes.
And so she I'm not going to say effortlessly because she doesn't humiliate you, but you also get the chance to like the feeling that if she wanted to, she definitely could have made you look like a complete idiot. But she doesn't. She pretty much, there are times when as a warrior, she could have like swept your leg and had you on the ground and done things like that, and she just didn't. She let you kind of stay on your feet. But her blocks and her like parrying her shots, you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's very much just like that.
You understand now how much work you have to do.
Correct.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is exactly what you came for.
You're left knowing that like so far you've been you're a beginner with a lot of natural talent.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a ways to go, and if you ever came up against someone who was like a skilled fighter who was your equal in size, you'd probably be in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
So she, after you go back and forth a little bit, she's like, all right, let's go get some water. She kind of like leans her axe, like carries her axe on her back, and gets some water. She's like, basically tells you the things. She goes, you're big, you're strong. I know fighting as a bear probably gives you a lot of advantage. I think you're probably not using your strength to your full advantage because this thing hits really hard. She holds up the big axe.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to use a shield, you're kind of wasting a lot of your strength.
Yeah.
On a smaller weapon. Yeah. Now, I know if you don't use a shield, because if you go bear, I mean, I don't change form when I fight, but you do sometimes, and that I don't know what that's like. I don't know if you would be able to use a shield when you do that. So maybe that's something to think about. But if you're not gonna, I think maybe considering stepping up to the bigger axe might be something worthwhile. You're bigger enough to use it. You're strong enough to use it. It would be something I think that would benefit you and your style. And mechanically, Kent, I would not penalize you and say oh, you have to go down to the base percentage for that skill to use it. I would just let you transfer it over to the two-handed axe because you didn't understand all the mechanics when we made these characters. So
yeah.
I
think I had one-handed axe because it was also
for wood cutting and stuff. It's more of a
not even.
Don't
that,
get me wrong.
but
she has one of those too, but that's just her backup.
Yeah.
Throw the axe.
I also
exactly.
I think the other thing that has Des continuing to use this axe so many months and stuff after first picking it up is just because it's the first weapon he received from home.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
makes sense. Or as Sunday Meat says, go dual axe. Little trickier. You have to start. You'd have a right and a left hand skill for your weapons then if you did that.
Oh, really?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but you could do that if you wanted to.
Dual axe berserker. Bear.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
That's
actually
badass. That's actually pretty badass, dude. Yeah. She does say, she goes, now you could also go 2, 1-1, a little more versatile, can block better, could also work.
Des will I've
seen it done. I've seen it done. One of my sisters, my battle sisters from a while ago when I was training, used to do 2 axes. So it can work. Called her Mardigus the Tropper.
Oh, God. There's more of them. That's right.
I think I'll have I'll have to see what fits, what I'm comfortable with.
But in the meantime, I'll just help you start using that one better. It's really more about starting to use strategy.
Mm-hmm.
You have the strength, you have the ability, it's just strategy. We'll start working on that though.
Thank you.
So, of course, we're all in this together. And she kind of punches you on the shoulder. And even at your size, you're oh.
Yep.
A
Punch
little
him
bit
harder.
So we'll say official you're in axe training. So at the end of the season, you'll be able to do a skill increase for that.
Okay, nice.
All right. Anybody have anything else they want to do that day?
Yes.
Yes.
Or it doesn't have to be that day.
We'll make it today.
But just in general, Arissa wants to, and it's okay if this happens off screen because he's not here. Arissa wants to find Kymrese to ask about meditation.
Sure. You find him, and I'm just gonna play this because there's no way he would say no about this.
Yeah. His girlfriend wants to know about meditation. Hello.
Yeah. Meditating.
Yep.
I'm gonna sit cross-legged across from each other and hear the flowers.
She
feel the color yellow.
She'll sit down near him, also back against the tree. And just kind of wait in the quiet for a minute.
He doesn't open his eyes. He just says, "Hello, Arissa."
I had a question for you.
I may have an answer.
Your meditation almost seems different and deeper somehow than when I do it or others. Is it different?
He opens his gold eye and looks at you, his orange one, and he says, I have learned much in my time away. I suppose in some ways it's different now.
Will you show me?
Yes. And he begins to teach you how to breathe.
Hell yeah.
This is what it's about. Did you have something, Bryn?
Yes.
Okay.
I did want to pull Lilia aside that night.
Sure. As the camp is getting set up for settling in for the evening, dinner's being cooked and things like that, you find her.
Yeah, just excuse me, Lilia. Are you free? Can I ask you a favor?
Oh yeah, sure. What's up, Bryn?
I know you're very busy right now training folks with riding and everything. But I had heard that you
Kind of like washing her hands because she's all dusty from riding horses.
I had heard that you had learned or know a lot about the Lunars.
I wouldn't say a lot, but my dad knows a good amount. I mean, he was a mercenary for them. I mean, this was a long time before I was born, but he did serve them for I think 100 years.
And he taught you.
A little bit about lunar culture, yeah. I mean, enough. He always wanted to use me as a pawn, basically, someone to marry off so he could have an advantageous alliances. So I was taught, court manners, some histories, things like that. What does he want to know?
I mean, I was wondering if you could teach me everything that you know about the Lunars.
She kind of laughs at that. But then she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that in a rude way. You're direct. I like that. I am going to pull up her character sheet now. Hold on, where is she? I mean, there's a lot. I know some languages that they speak. But yeah, I'd be happy to.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, anything and everything you know. You just never know when it'll be helpful.
I mean, a lot of it's just like wrapped up in some other lore that my dad told me about, just their legends and things like that. But I mean, I can teach you that. I don't follow the lunar religion, but I know a decent amount about it and its stories.
Yeah, that would be great. Anything,
okay.
Just to
understand. Want to just sit and talk tonight, or are you busy with the wolf boy? And she kind of like gives you a little look.
I look at the wolf boy to see what he's doing. He's probably just looking at us, honestly.
Just forlornly looking. Why is your friend talking to me?
I don't think he actually is. I think I think he looks kind of lost in thought. Wherever he's standing. He's looking off toward Harvar, looking contemplative and nervous.
Yeah, I'm free now if you are.
Come on, let's talk. So hydrate.
Thank you. Thank you, Lilia. I appreciate it.
No hydration left. Wait, I have tea. A little bit.
Tea counts. What tea is it?
It is Earl Grey decaf.
Good tea. I ordered more of the Harney and Sons Victorian Fog, which is like my
fog is good, yeah.
God, I love it so much. Yeah, London Fog.
I do too.
Oh, it's my favorite by far. Did you guys try the pine needle tea? Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yet, but we will. Maybe tomorrow, actually.
It definitely needs lemon and honey. Like to have it straight, like I had it straight and it was okay, but it definitely needs lemon and honey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very light. It's not like I expected like almost like a strong pine flavor from it, but you don't get that. It's just a tea flavor.
Not like gin.
No, but it needs. Yeah, I wish it was like gin. It needs. I don't drink, but God, I love gin. It needs something to like sweeten it a little bit. I guess is to like cut a little bit. There is a little bit of acidity to it that it needs to be cut. But okay. All right. So Lilia says, okay. Well, one of the things I learned with my tutors is that an eager student is the best student. So let's start with what you want to know, and I'll help you there. What is it you're most interested in learning?
Oh, God, I think I want to learn everything. Just what their religion is like, what they believe in, what their like values are. And like language, like at everything. What their lands are like.
What they believe about chaos.
I haven't really been to the lands, but I've seen maps, and they live in a river valley. It's the Osler River. And there are many nations that make up the Lunar Empire, and there are a few that are considered the core. They call them satrapies, and then there are other ones that are part of what they call the provinces. So Tarsh is a province, not technically part of the Lunar Empire. It has its own king, although Philandres is, he's Jariel's son, so he's not technically an independent monarch. But the river valley is very fertile. They grow rice, and they have very good corn and maize farms there. And they've tamed the river spirits. There was a mighty black eel spirit that once guarded the Osler, but it's been tamed by them. And by and large, they're very wealthy cities. As far as religion goes, they're a very interesting mix between like Yelm sort of solar religions, where they're very patriarchal. They don't think women are very good for things, but they have very strict hierarchy and order. And there are nobles who are in charge of things and peasants. And then the lunar religion itself is very interesting and contradictory towards that because they worship a goddess.
Yeah, why then? Why the contradiction?
Well, the goddess was brought back to life. She was killed before time in the great darkness, and 7 mothers brought her back to life. And she was born a human, and the nobles of the solar nobles, they all tried to kill her because of her prophecies, but all of them fell before her and declared her first queen, then empress, and then goddess. And she ascended into heaven and left her son, the emperor, to rule the land.
Mm.
And the current emperor is one of her masks. Of the masks of the Red Emperor is her son.
Mm.
And there have been, I think, 11 masks, but I'm going to look that up right now to make sure I'm right. Go away, pop-up ad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so Argentus is, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The current emperor is Argentus. He is the 10th incarnation of the Red Emperor.
How long has he been emperor?
1608, I think. Oh. The previous incarnation was Ignifer, who was killed in a dart war.
Dart?
It's a lunar term. When their noble houses fight, they call them dart wars. It's not a technically. They do it by.
Keep a dart set apart, got out of hand.
He was when noble houses fight. Yeah, when noble houses fight, it's technically not condoned by the emperor. So it's a minor war. But some horrible mercenary killed Ignifer and half the city. Someone who wore a white bear as a cloak.
A white bear?
As a cloak?
Yes.
Like a live white bear, just like hanging out.
No,
You're
like
not there.
I have so many questions for
Yes.
Descara.
Yeah.
It's very white.
Now, the Lunars will say that each emperor is an incarnation of the red goddess's son. But personally, I think it's just someone that they proclaim as emperor and then everybody just acts like he is. I don't know that for a fact, though. I've never met him.
That would definitely be an easier, more efficient way to do things, right?
Right.
To find.
But the god, look, we can't see it tonight because it's black, but their goddess lives right up there. She tore that ground up and created the red moon and danced up to it when she ascended to heaven. And the red moon hovers right over their capital city of Glamour, which is built around the crater. I've never seen that either, but that's what I've heard. I've been to Merrin's Cross, which is as far into the Empire as I've ever been, to accompany my father on some diplomatic things. But that's right on the border with Tarsh, and it's it was conquered by one of the Red Empress. The Red Goddess occasionally has her own incarnations on Earth. So Jariel is one right now. She's the current one. But there was also Haniel, who is the patron goddess of Tarsh, the maize goddess. And there was Huaren Dothipa, who was called the Conquering Daughter, and she conquered the city of Merrin's Cross. And now it's probably the biggest military city on their border.
What did your father want with the Lunars?
Well, he served their money. Now nothing.
He wants nothing from them?
He looted several of their cities when his contract was finally up. And he left to establish his own realm. Muse Roost. It's hard to say.
Moose Roost.
Moose Roost.
Amuse Bouche.
Nice.
Muse Roost.
Nice.
He built it overnight with the help of some demons. Before I was born.
Oh, so out of game, her father isn't working in concurrent with the Lunars. No, he's a
free agent.
He's
his own dude.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Political stuff. Gotcha.
Not a good dude, but his own dude.
Yep. Gotcha.
Privateer.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Are you an only child?
As far as I know.
Gotcha.
My father has been alive for a very long time. I believe I'm the only living child he has.
But he's only really claimed you. Gotcha.
Correct.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, she will just sit and kind of continue to learn on throughout the night.
And she starts, and we're going to say you're in training, and you're going to gain we'll call it customs lunar or something like that. Just want to look at my skills thing to see. Yeah, we'll do homeland lore other. You're in training to learn that of lunars. That'll be what you're doing. So just make a note of that, and you'll be able to learn that over time. And again, if you have other questions, just ask me, and I'll attempt to answer them. Rue, you were looking at Harvar, and as the cooking and dinner comes, you find that Grin winds up eating and like talking with Lilia, and it's like, what the fuck? And Afar kind of sees you alone, and she's like, "Oh, Ruin, come here, come on. I have some stew.
He'll come over and be like, "Thank you."
Yes, come on. I see. You have nobody to eat with, and you're always welcome with us.
Thank you.
Here, have a bowl. She has a wooden bowl. She just hands it to you.
He'll take this stew and have a seat with them.
All right. You start eating, and they ask how are you doing and those sorts of like things, and
Polite small talk.
yeah. But eventually, Harvar gets you have that like kind of pregnant pause where like the small talk dies off, and Havar says to you, you know, I have to say, watching you grow up, seeing what you've done over these past couple months, really proud of what you've done.
Thank you.
Gordengar would have been too. Gordengar
It
would be.
hurts. The pain. I think really everyone has stepped up.
They have, but something I want you to start thinking about is this camp. It can't last forever. And these people, it's too many people to keep on the road without being caught eventually in some sort of ambush or something.
It is.
We're going to need a place to call our own sooner or later. Doesn't mean we can't keep doing what we're doing, but we're too big to just be. I mean, Nevena in the third one was only 30 warriors. That's someone who could slip in and out of people's lands. We're noticeable.
And we need to be bigger.
Right.
Have to be somewhere either hidden or very defensible.
Right.
Would have to be in lands where the people there would be willing to grant us some kind of asylum.
And preferably, it'd be in a place where we could understand that we could build one of those dragon things.
Use the birds.
Right.
It is a point of endless vexing that there are not really any dragon newt plinths this far south.
Yeah, I know. But we do what we can. But we need to find a place soon.
Do you know any places to look?
I don't.
We'll start searching.
I'm sure there are all sorts of places around, though, that are forgotten or lost, or ancient. I'm sure we can find something.
Perhaps another temple with a piece of an ancient dragon inside of it.
I think one dragon is enough. That's
It's more like a tenth of a dragon.
for now. Be careful. Can he hear everything you say?
You know, I'm not sure.
Well, be careful, Rue. You know what happened to the Emperor of Worms, friends?
Don't worry, I have no such ambitions to be a master over our ally. Do you have any... He like glances at Afar for a moment. Do you have any chains?
I mean, I don't really have my forge set up. But I guess I could make them. I have a little bit of scrap armor and pieces left over that I could melt. Why do you ask?
Oh, fuck. He hasn't told anybody outside the circle. He looks really, really guilty right now. Like he's trying to swallow something sharp.
Afar like clocks that immediately because Afar's like a social intelligence master and like puts her hand on your knee and she's like, Rue, honey, what is it?
I did something last wild day.
What?
I ripped a trollkin into a lot of pieces, and I might have eaten some.
Afar makes like a little, but Afar doesn't do anything. Havar makes a little face only when you mention eating it. He doesn't seem to care that you tore it apart. But Afar says, "Oh, you mean during one of your episodes?"
Yeah.
Well, you must have been threatened by it. I mean,
I don't think they're very threatening.
but you felt that way.
When I'm like that.
And so, look, Havar like puts his bowl down. You know,
There are a lot of new people in the camp.
My father, he was a warrior and fought in a lot of battles. And I remember when I was little, he would wake up screaming. And they taught us when he was sleeping, you couldn't just go and wake him up or jump on him or anything like that because you could get hurt. So you had to just kind of touch his foot and call his name to wake him up because you didn't know what would happen. But that didn't mean he wasn't a loving father. It was just what he'd been through and its effect that it left on him. Now you carry that, but for a whole people. Sometimes you're going to lose control over it, and there's nothing. What I'm trying to say is, it's good that you feel so bad about it, because that means that you respect life. But I don't think you would ever hurt a person.
Did your father ever hurt one of you?
No. He scared us a couple times. But that's all. And I'm not going to let you chain yourself up.
Yeah, I don't think so. Would have taken it well either. Just sometimes I see the kids playing, running, and I wonder if maybe I just chased that trollkin because it ran. Will you keep watch on Wild Night?
Yes.
Thank you, Havar.
And if you try anything, I'll wrestle you because I'm bigger than you and stronger than you.
Still will probably join you.
He kind of claps you on the shoulder, but his isn't like, he doesn't like, I need to like hit you to like knock you off your balance on purpose because she thinks it's funny. He doesn't do that. It's just like a big, warm kind of like clap on the shoulder from the nice big guy.
Aw, he's a good role model.
Yep. All my positive masculinity.
I
was just
in my
gonna
characters.
say, we love our non-toxic
so much
masculinity.
masculinity. I'm dying. He calms down a bit over the rest of the dinner. This is actually reassuring. Okay.
The other thing to remember, Rue, is however much of your father is in you, there's just as much of Hjort.
And my mother.
Right. You're not going to hurt your own.
Like to stop eating trollkin too, though.
Yeah, I mean, if it's any consolation, it doesn't seem like they care very much. I've heard that they eat them too. So
And we've had troll food. It's not very tasty.
Oh my
right,
god!
enough of this
Imagine if
serious
we
stuff.
all
Come on.
had eaten trollkin and we didn't realize it.
Oh my god!
Imagine.
It wasn't mushrooms.
There could have been some mystery meat in there.
Yeah, I mean, Des
Yeah.
doesn't even really know what
Yeah.
he drank. It could have been
Yeah.
anything.
Trollkin
just-
milk.
No,
milking
no,
the tiny
no.
little nipples.
Christian,
What?
absolutely not.
Trollkin
I
nipples.
hate this.
Yeah, me too. I was like,
Was
this
it
was
The Simpsons?
not
What
needed.
show was it where they were like milking rats? Was it The Simpsons or was it Futurama? Like, what
I
was
think
that?
it was The Simpsons.
I mean,
I feel like it was The
They're from the
Simpsons.
same creator, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Can't say
They
I
had
saw
like the
those
little
episodes.
tiny udder things on the rats.
Yeah, they just say.
I don't like
Oh,
this.
shit.
Anyway, the evening
God.
wears on. There's some singing and stuff in camp, and it's actually a nice dark evening. For once, you can't see the red moon in the sky, so maybe that raises spirits a little bit. But that's a nice night in camp. Does anyone have anything to do before they go to bed?
yes, but not be set on stream.
Okay, that's
But not on stream.
Goes to his town with his wife.
yeah. Okay, so you all drift off to sleep. Larissa,
Do we
yes,
want to do our pause here?
yes. Why don't we do that?
Yes,
Yes.
that is
He
a good
hangs-
spot.
that's
for
a
it.
good call.
Beskar hangs a teddy bear on the tent flap.
This bear is a rockin'. Don't come a knockin'.
Teddy bear on the tent
Just in case Bryn Rue fight again. It's like, nope, you can't come in this time.
Brent is getting right between them, like
Hey
That's the
guys,
sign
what's
for
up?
go find Arissa.
Yep.
I'm not talking.
You know what? Syl does this all the time, so
so that's the time Syl's like, oh cool, cuddle pile, like
Is Syl gonna need a symbol for go see Arissa?
oh my god, she probably does. She's like,
no, she probably doesn't.
All right, everyone
All right.
watching, take a time to
Right
stretch,
back.
get a drink, use the restroom, stand up. I don't know, stretch a leg. I'm gonna
Yep.
go harass my cat.
eat another soup.
My goodness.
Soup.
My goodness.
It's so fucking good, Jess.
That's
you have
awesome.
to try it tomorrow. Like,
That's awesome.
It's real fucking good.
My duck is amazing. It came out amazing. It's delicious. It was everything I wanted.
Contemplating opening up the mac and cheese right now.
Ooh. Yeah,
Maybe.
I did not like the chicken marsala. Mm.
Ah, that's a shame. At least it's only 6 of them. It's not like we have like 30.
Yeah, it's true. I like
We'll
green.
get through them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go investigate my mac and cheese.
Yeah. Ooh, what you drinking, Kent?
I am drinking Green Spot whiskey because it's the only one available in our area.
Green Spot whiskey?
Yeah, it is a when we were at Gen Con last year,
Yeah.
and when me, Troy, and Kyle were drinking with Sean, the Irish guy that came over to help Studio Agate.
Not the sun.
Not the son. No, this is like he was like the Irish guy. He was like complaining that everyone was leaving shit in the sink.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes.
So, John, it is Green Spot
Oh, cool. What a nice label.
whiskey.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
It is a very nice imported Irish whiskey.
Is it like flavored at all or is it straight whiskey bourbon?
The spot whiskeys, I was actually just looking it up today because there's different spots. Like, well, we were at the at Nine Brothers last year. Like, Sean was schooling us in Irish whiskeys
Oh, cool.
because he's from Ireland, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh hey, yeah, they have green spot. They had green spot, yellow spot, and red spot up on the at the bar,
Yeah.
and they're all like different of the different ages
Oh, okay.
of
Gotcha.
whiskey,
Gotcha.
and they're also more expensive as you go up.
Yeah. Right. That makes sense.
So
I was just thinking that I have a bottle of whiskey on my kitchen counter right now that I had bought because I did actually use it for like a salmon bourbon glaze, right? And I also bought it to do like I make homemade vanilla extract, so I was gonna do like a bourbon vanilla extract, but I have drank half the bottle just on my own.
Atta girl.
I was like, I'm gonna buy this just for cooking.
nope, not just for cooking.
She's just like, take a sip, pour some in. Take a sip, pour some in.
I do that with wine. Anytime I cook with wine, I'm like,
Yeah.
pour a glass.
Yeah.
Because like I never actually really go through the wine fast enough, so I'm like, I'll cook
I mean,
it.
that's
I'll
fair. At
drink
least
it.
you're
Yeah.
preventing waste.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Preventing waste.
Yeah,
Christian,
John,
don't make that noise at me. I don't even drink.
I don't either. So, I mean, but no, I agree with the logic. I mean,
yeah, no waste.
I have nothing against drinking. It's just like, I just don't do it.
Yeah.
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 Once in a while, I'll be like, I need a drink.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a problem with it. I just honestly reached a point of view where I was just like, I just don't
that's
care
not
about
I don't
it.
need. Yeah.
It's just not my thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is,
Yeah.
to be fair, also there's a history of that problem in my family. So it's kind of like I never
Just be
really
like
wanted
extra
to.
cautious.
I didn't want to tempt fate, but yeah, I mean, it's every once in a while, I'm like, I'll have a drink, and like I want. But gin is what I miss the most when I do want something. I'm like,
you said that.
make a gin and tonic.
Gin.
Love gin. But I also do like tequila sunrises. Yeah, when we
I was like, love that.
That was fun.
Yeah,
when we did
that was amazing. Yeah,
a good
our
gin and
interview.
tonic is good though.
What is it, Kent?
A good gin and tonic is good. Honestly,
Yeah.
like the best gin and tonic I've had was the one time I had gone to a strip club for I went with a bachelor party, and like it was the most expensive gin and tonic, but it was also the best gin and tonic.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to spend my last $20 on a drink while I'm here. And it was just like, this was $20 well spent. Because I think it was
better
like
spent. It was better spent on that than anything else you were going to spend it on in there. Let me just put it that way.
I probably didn't have enough money at the time to spend on anything in there in the first place.
But at least you got something out of the gin and tonic. So like it's just like.
Yeah, Sky. My first alcohol was vodka. It was actually Absolute Citron.
Ooh,
fancy.
Was my first one.
I drank so much Malibu rum, and now I cannot I can't touch coconut rum anymore without being a little nauseous. Yeah,
just like that
had
smell.
too much of it.
When you drink too much of something and it's a bad like drink hangover afterwards.
Yeah, it's just permanently
like
scarred.
you just got that like a lot of people had that with like Fireball, where they just like they smell anything like cinnamony now. They're just like, oh god, no.
Yeah.
Southern Comfort's also very famous for that.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's gross.
Which I Southern Comfort's gross to me.
So
Like the smell. Yeah.
My what was about 10 years ago, actually, I think about it. There was a variety of vodkas that came out.
Yeah, I remember that.
In the US called Odka.
Are you talking about like the bacon grass ones?
And it was the weird flavored vodkas. And honestly, I have that. We bought grass flavored vodka, and it paired fairly well with like 99 bananas to make like a grassy banana, like actually drinkable drink.
I could actually see grass liquor like being okay.
Yeah,
as
but
like a mixed with things.
The only problem was like it was that thing of it's like oh yeah, like this what like it had just a distinct smell and just like that feel of alcohol that when I went to go to deliver to URI that summer when they were cutting the lawns, I was just like, I don't know if I could stay here long. Oh God.
I was going to say the only thing I remember about that bottle of vodka is that it really did smell like fresh cut lawn. Like it smelled
like fresh cut
like that.
grass,
yeah.
like amazingly. Like
Yeah.
I kind of regret not picking up the electricity one that that they also made, just to see what
I
it was
didn't hear
like.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't- Maybe it's just bubbly.
Yeah, my family has a my family's like liquor of choice is Sambuca,
Mm.
which is like anise flavored liquor. And the it it's a hit or miss depending on.
Anise is a pretty strong
Yep.
Yeah,
flavor profile.
Because it's like
very strong.
Sambuca, it is Scandinavian.
Gotcha.
Is it? I did not
and
realize it was Scandinavian.
I'm pretty sure
Yes.
Sambuca is Scandinavian.
Hmm.
Let me just double check it because it's better cold.
Ah, those northerners.
Yeah. I usually drink the white Sambuca instead of the black Sambuca.
Hmm.
There's a red Sambuca. Okay, I'm gonna have to find that one.
Hey, did Burger eat Amber?
Maybe.
she's heating up her mac and
Oh
cheese.
no, it's Italian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sambuca is Italian.
I
Yeah, I
thought
was gonna
so.
say it sounds Italian.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've seen it
my family they have they'll have doing like toasts for past family and whatnot. We usually do that or Dr. McGillicuddy's
Peppermint schnapps.
peppermint schnapps.
I do
One
like Dr.
thing
McGillicuddy's.
I regret, or I not regret that that's something I never got a drink of that I probably never will, but it just made me laugh is so my uncle was a big wine guy. So for every year for his birthday, my mom and I would go out to the liquor store and find a bottle of wine with just the silliest little illustration on it, or just something stupid that would make us laugh and would make him laugh. And the only one I remember is one year we found a wine called Il Bastardo. I wish I was like maybe in high school, so I had no way I was gonna get a sip. But like, I wish maybe if I'm ever on a medication that lets me drink again, or off the medication that prevents me from drinking, just a little sip of Il Bastardo, because just a
little tasty.
Just
Yeah,
a little,
I
what
do
was
think
it?
I remember that.
Do you drink mead?
Yeah, because it's
do.
got
I
this
actually
dumb
have
little guy
I
on
like
it.
mead. I like
some
mead
mead right
once
here.
in a while. Yeah, mead is good too. Actually, it's decent.
Although this is like it's from a meadery. It's just traditional honey wine. The one that I have right here.
Look at
like
this.
specifically honey mead.
Yeah, I like
This
honey
is-
mead too.
Look at Il Bastardo and look at the little man. It's a Tuscan red wine. Look at the little guy. That's the little bastard.
Oh,
Can you see how we saw that and went, yeah, buddy?
Il Bastardo. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Il Bastardo himself.
Il
awesome.
Bastardo.
There he is, the little bastard.
it's awesome.
Little bastard.
Amber, how is it?
It's
you
not
not do
the
it?
special popcorn. It's regular popcorn.
Oh, I thought
With
you were
like-
making. I thought you were doing the Hatch mac and cheese.
Oh no, it's frozen solid.
Fair.
Womp womp.
I feel like I should weigh in with a different lettuce leaf now.
Spinach.
Yeah. Just be like, spinach, bitches. A third competitor entered the competition.
Spinach
Honestly,
blows
spinach,
romaine out of the water.
Yeah, spinach
It's
would
like,
blow romaine.
Oh God, it's spinach and he's got a steel chair.
Literally everything except iceberg lettuce blows romaine out of the water.
Radicchio.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds more nutritious than romaine.
I think radicchio. I
radicchio
think
is
radicchio is
more-
also a cabbage.
It's a cabbage, yeah.
I think
It
it's
is a
also like
cabbage?
a cabbage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, that little.
So,
Isn't that
I
little
think it
red
would
chip
have-
that's in
Yep,
this?
it's
That's
the little,
Radicchio, right?
it's the little,
Yeah.
yep.
it's like
Yeah.
the long.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's butter lettuce. Butter lettuce is nice.
Butter
Boston
lettuce might
bib
have less than
lettuce.
romaine. I'm not sure about that, but it's not a common lettuce.
We were
Yeah.
arguing about nutrients in vegetables.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
Jess was like,
yeah.
she was like, romaine has no nutrient. She was like, iceberg has no nutrients. The same can't be said for romaine. I was like, romaine has more nutrients than iceberg, but it is not nutritious.
No.
No.
And she was incredibly offended by that.
No,
Oh, yeah,
because
no,
you
it's not.
didn't say it had. You said it has no nutrients.
No, I said I'm
And
sure
you
it
said
doesn't
it
have
has-
much nutrients either.
And then you said
That's
it
what I
has
said.
the
I'm sure it
exact
doesn't have
same as
much
iceberg.
either.
You did.
I said,
No,
I'm
yeah,
sure
you're right.
it doesn't
You're right.
have much
Yes, you're right.
either.
You said it. Yes, you did say you're sure it
As
doesn't
someone
have
who
much
has a
either.
pet that eats
And
lettuce,
guess what, guys? Guess what, internet? It doesn't have much either.
And then you looked it up and you're like, iceberg and romaine are exactly the same.
I never said that. I said not much better.
Okay. Let
said
me
this is
pull up the
okay.
text
Calories.
message.
So on a cursory Google search, it's the articles go back and forth between saying romaine and butter lettuce are the most nutritious
Of the lettuces.
of the lettuces.
Pathetic weekly.
Here's the thing. We were
Of
also
the
talking about
lettuces.
like kale, which kale is obviously like
Okay.
a lot more
Well,
nutritious.
in
Yeah, but
another
kale
article
sucks, though,
of
so there's that.
the most nutritious greens, watercress is considered the most nutritious green,
Yeah. Mhm.
with Chinese cabbage in second and chard in third.
Ooh,
Lettuce
Really?
is
Chinese
tied
cabbage.
for sixth.
wow.
Tied for 6.
Chicory. Yeah, here,
Chicory.
hold on. I'll send you the
Is there anything below lettuce?
well, this is the top 7. So there's 2 that are tied for 6th. But lettuce is wait, why the fuck are they both 6? Lettuce has a lower score. Like barely, but a lower score.
Lettuce has a lower score.
It's considered 7, but why the fuck does it say 6th? Maybe this is a bad source.
All right. I think we might have to continue this arguing afterwards.
You're the one who started it again, Christian.
I know. I like to start shit and then play the voice of reason. It's something I do.
Nice,
Yeah.
11
Wow.
months.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Almost a
Welcome back.
year. Thanks, homie.
Forgot how to search an apple.
Welcome to DMs After Dark, where every now and again we go on a vegetable tangent for fun.
So, in answer to your question, Sky Hawkins, I do indeed have a PDF copy of Armies and Enemies of Dragon Pass, and it is amazing. And I love it, and I've already used it, and you might see me use some of the stuff from there tonight, depending on how things go.
Quote
But,
unquote. Just looked up the nutrition facts. Romaine and iceberg are almost the same.
Almost.
Romaine is a lie.
Almost is the
I'll give
operative
you
word there.
almost. Okay,
Like
fine.
you said, they're exactly the same. And I said they are
All
almost
right.
the same.
I stand corrected. You're right.
Yeah,
You said
use the
almost.
word exactly, which is not almost.
That's
It's the
how I-
opposite of almost.
That's how I took it.
Yeah. Eat that crow on stream for everyone to see. Eat that crow with a side of lettuce.
Someone put up my Bryn emote right now.
I got it. Oh no, it's not letting me.
400
Not-
brains appear.
Not that Amber can see it, but I got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Amber doesn't give a shit. Amber doesn't see stream.
She doesn't need to see it. She knows it's there.
Sunday Meat just fucking said, "Can't wait for the politics and vegetables podcast."
Is it? We either argue over politics, or we do like a vegetable showdown.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Also, FYI, this is exactly why Amber and I have not done our interview because it would be just this.
And this is why I will
Your
not be
interview,
on
we should
either
just fight about
episode of this
vegetables for the
podcast.
entire hour.
Literally, just be this.
I'm like, Jess. What do
Don't
you
start.
think is the weakest
Don't
vegetable?
start.
And why are you wrong?
Okay, cats. Enough. And again, I did restart that and then stopped it, and that is that I do like to cause trouble. That is a problem that I have. I will start things and then I'm like, okay, we should move on.
He's
I
like
don't know
starts
why.
and he goes, "I'm the victim."
No, I don't. I'm not the victim.
I'm
I'm
not
the
the victim.
peacemaker. I started to play the peacemaker role. That's what I
You're
did.
actually a very good peacemaker. You're actually very good at both.
Thank you very
They're both
much.
very good roles for you. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a high conflict household. I learned those skills.
I was like,
So,
Holy shit!
I
What
said
you
both.
just
He
said
is
is
both
so
a
funny.
shit starter and a peacemaker. Both. Yeah.
yeah, well, I have to stop the
Job
shit that I start.
security.
Yep, exactly. It's just, I should work at the State Department. Anyway,
All right, yeah. So,
Let's get started. So everybody goes to sleep except for Des.
Yes.
And
oh gosh.
Arissa,
Hi.
you drift off to sleep. But sometime late at night, when the fires are burned down low, there are still watches up, you think, but you wake up in some sort of dim, middle of the night, sleepy fog because you hear a child sobbing.
Oh.
Outside of your tent. Is this a tent you share with Kymrese, by the way? I'm just like...
If he wanted to, then yes. If he wanted to be on his own, she'd be okay with that too.
We will leave that up in the air since Troy isn't here to decide. I won't make that decision.
Because her grandmother and siblings are all in the safe area, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So then, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that would be an up to Kymrese, or realistically, she would leave a space for him so he could come in and out no matter what.
You know what? We'll say that that's probably what happens. There are nights when he just comes in, and other nights where he's just like...
Kymrese sleeps snuggled between Daskara and Azrala every night.
Yeah, she knows that. No, Arissa is fully aware that sometimes Kymrese buries himself in the dirt, and that's just who he is. And then when he wants to come back, he'll come back.
Fair. So you're on your own tonight.
Yeah.
The owl, by the way, the owl left right after sunset.
Excellent.
Okay.
So you hear a child crying somewhere outside of your tent.
Yeah, so she'll kind of push the tent flap open and look around, try and see if she can pinpoint the direction the noise is coming from.
It's kind of hazy in camp, almost like there's like a fog or something laying over it in the forest. The fires are burning very dim. You hear some like coughing and kind of shuffling of like people about and like snoring and things like that. But you definitely hear it coming from a distance, like away, a certain direction.
Okay. Yeah, she'll start making her way there, trying to avoid stepping on anyone, just try to keep an eye on her path as best she can in the dark.
Sure. You get to the edge of camp and you get where you feel is close to it, but it's coming from outside of camp.
I don't know if you can hear my popcorn.
No, you're good.
You're good.
You're good.
So she'll call out. Hello? Are you okay?
See in the forest, kind of at the edge, right at the edge of camp, almost at the edge of light, you see this little girl, dreadfully skinny little girl in like rags, very greasy hair kind of hanging. You can see her face though. Tears are like streaked down and she's just covered in sores.
Oh.
And she's squatting at the base of a tree, like kind of like hunched down, like crying, and she sees you and she runs deeper into the woods.
Shit. She doesn't have time to think. She goes.
Okay. You follow her, and it's one of those things where you follow the sound for a little bit, and then you see her, and then she runs, and then you follow the sound a little more. She runs and stops and runs and stops. She doesn't seem very strong, but she leads you deeper into the woods. And as you're traveling, you realize that these aren't the woods that are around you. These are it's like a twisted, very dark and dead winter wood that you're being led through. Not a dead forest, but one that's dormant from winter. All the leaves are off the trees. It's a very dark place. There's mist, low-laying mist on the grounds. And you get very close to her. You see her now. She's running just ahead of you, maybe within sight. Something's lighting this place. You know that there's no moon tonight, and the starlight, there's more light here, and you can see better than you should from the starlight, you think. Kind of occurs to you.
Yeah. Arissa is very much aware that this is weird and something is wrong, but her gut is telling her to keep going.
So you run and you follow her as she kind of stumbles. This like sad little stumble run of someone who has just barely enough strength to keep going. As she runs into a clearing, and waiting in the clearing is a figure, and it's she's taller than you, but not necessarily tall because you're of medium height actually, right? I forget the tall, the small.
5'8".
Okay. Oh, you're pretty tall. All right.
Yeah, if
you
I
know what?
remember the
This
sizes
person
correctly.
probably is about your height. It's hard to judge with her headpiece, but the little girl runs up to this figure that is in black robes with red trim, and this shawl hangs over her that has a white trim with like gold threading and silver threading. I'm sorry, and in the shawl itself is blue with silver stars and moons. Sticking out from him is a headpiece that looked like pronghorn horns, and hanging low over her face is just this like dangling thing of bones. The little girl runs right up to her and she just opens the robe and it kind of like nestles on her. And she just closes the robe and the little girl disappears. And this figure is now standing, staring at you.
Is she okay?
You were at the river, right?
Yeah.
I was
going
going to say we've seen her before.
Yep.
This is
this is a yada. Yep.
Oh, okay. So okay. No, you know what?
that
Arissa's first question is gonna stick. Is she processing? Just, is she okay?
She is what she is.
What is she?
In this instance, something to get you to come to see me.
Why?
Because I need to know who you are.
Me personally?
All of you, white lady. And I cannot find you for some reason. And I do not understand. She walks closer, and she walks. She doesn't like glide spookily or anything like that. She walks closer to you, and kind of like within like not super like hey in your face close, but comfortable distance away conversationally.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you see as she's closer, she's got all this all sorts of like bones and shit kind of hanging off of her in different places and like little charms and things like that. And you can see like just a pair of like, I mean, the thing that's hanging over her face is no like darkness. She's a human being. You can see like there's a person underneath all this shit that she's wearing. But
what would you want with us?
What do you want with me? Why do you interfere with our great work?
I can't speak for all of us.
Speak for yourself then.
I interfere because people should be able to have their homes and their safety and their health. And our home was taken from us, and our safety and our health. So I interfere to protect others from the same fate.
She kind of considers that. It is a noble idea. Why do you think that Sedenia would not want you to have these things?
Do I recognize the names she said? I'm sorry.
Sedenia, you would, because you haven't heard it often.
Yeah.
But Sedenia would be the name that Lunars use to refer to the Red Goddess. That is their name for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, well, to be frank, I don't. I don't know about your goddess. But you don't know ours. Ours wish us to have these things too.
Oh, you little sky boy. He wishes, I think, much more than that.
All gods have their own ambition.
You heal people. There is a place for all. Underneath the mistress's teachings, there is freedom for all, but it's only you ignorant hill people who refuse.
What we've seen so far does not look like freedom or a justice for all.
Justice is not promised, only freedom. But you do not accept the teachings.
I don't know
And
the
so,
teachings.
you deal with me. The goddess can teach with love, or the goddess can teach with a sword. But either way, all will proclaim her.
Have you just called me out here to speak with me?
If I wished you dead, you would already be dead, White Lady. But I would not kill a White Lady.
I do not doubt your strength, and I appreciate.
You can't find us.
And I appreciate your stayed hand.
I do not wish to fight. I do not wish all the life that is being lost to this silly siege. I merely do what I am called to do by my goddess and by the commanders who I have sworn to serve.
What would the
People
goddess
can
have?
learn through love, or people can learn through fear. I am the fear. You freed the goddess of the river. You slew and sent away my demon, which will cost much blood to bring back. And you took the people out of the little town. I don't care about the people that are left in the town. They are nothing to me. You may take them and leave if you wish, but do not persist in interfering in this siege. Because then I will have to find you and destroy you.
If you don't care for the people of Gavril's Cross, why do you still hold their ancestor hostage?
Because I can. Because they need a lesson. And because as long as I hold them, they cannot act against us. Because their will is broken. Do not make me break your will.
What would it take to get him back?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to say that after she said, "Do not make me break your will," she's gone.
Okay.
You wake up. You wake up in your tent in a cold sweat.
Yep. She bursts out of her tent and just looks around and stops and listens and tries to see if she can hear anything.
And threatening us after admitting she can't find us. It's like, bitch, you can't even find us.
You hear the normal sounds of a nighttime camp. People rustling. There are some people up there who are still guarding the perimeter and whatnot. Yeah, you know.
She will. There's a river around the perimeter, right? Like it's where,
No,
or is there one?
there's a nearby river, but if
Is it too far
you
out?
like to where the map up here, let me put it in your chat. To where the river spirit is, you mean?
No. Just a river. It was just gonna
Oh
be a.
yeah, you could find a little stream or something like that
Yeah,
fairly easily. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's all I'm
absolutely.
saying is
Yeah.
Arissa goes to find a river to just kind of sit down and wash her face.
Sure.
Um,
A guard finds you, and it's I can't remember his name right now, but it's the pretty boy from
Fedor,
Fedor. Yeah, he's
the
got a
former
scar now.
fuckboy!
He's got a scar now,
the
and
reformed
The
fuckboy.
yes,
reformed
he gets
fuckboy.
he's just
Yeah,
kind of
from
walking the
Arissa's
perimeter,
neighborhood.
and he's just like, oh, Rissa's everything okay?
Oh, yeah, just I don't know if I might have had a vision. I'm not sure.
Oh, uh,
I'm just
have
trying to
you-
not vomit right now.
right. I mean, if you do, I'm here for you.
I appreciate it.
Like I can hold your hair and stuff.
I think I'm okay right now, but just needed some water.
Sure.
Aw, best girlfriend. Aw.
He's
You
reforming.
wash your face in the river, in the stream. It's just a stream.
Yeah.
But when you do, and you look in, instead of seeing your reflection, you see Gavrina.
That's the river.
Oh,
That was the river goddess.
she
She kind of smiles at you, and you don't hear it, but she mouths the words, "Be strong, be strong," and she kind of flows away.
she'll put her hand gently, like just on the top of the river. Just kind of give a little nod. Wipe her face off and head back to camp to
Sure.
get some sleep.
Okay. Everybody else sleeps fine, except for Des.
No, he sleeps fine.
Yeah, eventually.
After the fact.
Later, fine, yeah.
I'm still thinking of that freaking Avatar meme. No, Katara.
No.
What? What is it?
NSFW.
Yeah, so there's
Avatar
a meme.
meme, bloodbending.
It's a meme about Aang and Katara, and he's just like,
bloodbending.
Katara, I can't go another round, and she's just like blood
Oh,
bends.
Christ.
Jess is like, so many people's childhoods have you no shame.
No.
I do not.
Absolutely shameless, bereft of shame.
I am absolutely bereft.
Behold the poverty where my shame should be.
That's right.
Yeah,
Behold, I am shameless.
this is the man that invented the girthquake. I think
That's right.
he's
You
fine
think I
ruining
care?
Avatar.
I know. I was just thinking, like,
I
Avatar's
already-
been long ruined.
I already ruined Avatar.
Yeah,
I actually did
exactly.
apologize to Rainey after that when I
Everyone's
watched
just
Avatar.
watching me mope popcorn on stream.
Yeah, no, because I'm over here like trying to focus really hard on Christian and Sarah having this conversation, and I just see that like there's just constant motion over here, like just non-stop.
I just took it as it was really good because she was just like,
No,
popcorn.
she was looking down at her popcorn, eating just one after another, after another.
I eat them one at a
After
time
another.
too, so like I gotta go.
It's so good. Well, it's not like a horse, you know? It's
Yeah,
That's
do
how
a
I
whole-
eat
I-
popcorn.
That's
Yeah,
how I
Yeah,
do
she
too. Like
morphs
whole hand.
it.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm a
Precise.
back and forth, but often I'm a two-hander where I'll grab a bunch in one hand, but then just eat out of my hand.
I'll do that too.
I'll do
But
that
also,
sometimes, too.
it also like depends on how many kernels are left. Because when you're down to the end of the bowl, then you got to switch to one at a time because you have to make the
Yeah,
popcorn last
right.
longer.
Oh well, I was just thinking you have to avoid like the.
You avoid the kernel. Yes, but I
Yeah.
also at that point I realized like I realized like my finite popcorn time is ending, and I need to like
My popcorn
savor
time
it
is
more.
coming to an end.
Yes.
My finite popcorn time.
like sand through the hourglass. Those are the days of our popcorn.
These are the
Kernels
pops of
through
our
my
corn.
fingers.
It slips
does it- wait.
it slips through my buttery
Like
fingers.
like
Okay.
kernels through our fingertips. These are the pops of my corn.
Aw.
All right. Anyway, so you all wake up in the morning. It is now Wednesday, which is Wednesday, and this moon is starting to wane again or wax again.
Carissa slowly sits up and she'll paw around in her
Sure.
bag until she finds the orb. And she'll
Sure.
just stare at it and just go, "Did you see what happened last night or here? Were you there?"
I prefer not to pay attention to you at night
No, that's fair.
because
Okay.
of things that, I mean,
Death's ruined everything.
He's like, he saw it once. He was like, do all humans do this? Ah!
Or is it
Whenever anyone goes into a tent for any reason, he's like, no.
The dragon is like, new rule.
it's just like, nope, you're fine.
Learned boundaries, you know?
I was deep in meditation,
That's probably a good idea.
but I sense your disturbance.
Nah,
That's
yeah.
it's just Scarf.
I
See,
Evil
Des
cackle.
found the secret that Rue hasn't yet.
Rub it
keeping
in.
my
rub it
mouth
in.
shut, keeping it shut, keeping it shut. Amazing.
Sarah's like,
The also Sky in chat. Shavashak was trapped in a temple for 500 years with murals of Ronaldo doing it with dragon or lamp. I think
That's
he's
true.
fine.
That is true.
Right.
That
There
is
was
true.
all of
That's
that
true.
dragon porn.
You know,
Dragon
may-
porn.
Maybe
there's the
that's
thing.
just his kink.
You can
And
see
just like
that, but
vanilla
still,
stuff is just like
you can
ugh.
see that and
he's
respect
like,
people's
there's no
privacy.
scales anywhere. Ah.
These damn non-scaly, hairy humans. Okay.
Sarah.
If
Sarah.
I don't say it out loud, I can
He's
say
in our
it in
temple
chat.
boy.
Slam this tent flap.
That's a hero. Actually, you know, like, have you seen the South Park movie?
No.
There's a movie?
I'll talk about this after. We're not
Okay.
talking about this live,
Yeah,
but
right.
remind
All
me
right.
to talk
Right.
about this. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Only there was a paper plate somewhere.
Anyway, yes. So he, but I sense your disturbance. What troubles you?
I don't know if I had a vision or if that priestess told me somewhere somehow.
He kind of she could have pulled you into the spirit realm.
That's probably the most likely. I can't say I'm that familiar with it personally, but I can ask Camrese if it's likely. She's trying to threaten us, at least on some level, obviously. But she can't find us, and she admitted that, and she's pissed about it. So thank you.
She will not be able to break my magic.
I hope
He's
not.
like, bitch, please.
All right. I gotta find everyone else and fill them in. She
You might
puts
want to
it
wait
back.
on Des and Israela.
She just does he actually say that?
Yes.
Just kind of just stop, red face, and just. I now understand why you say you don't pay attention to us while we sleep. It's probably a good idea.
It is really out of respect for.
No, yeah, yup. All right. Anyway,
Bear noises coming from the tent.
It's just that one scene from Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Somewhere a squirrel drops its acorn. All
Yeah,
right.
what's doing? We'll start there.
Not bear things.
Not bear things.
Probably holding hands. Just laying there holding hands. Yeah. Why? We're sad. We're probably just laying there.
Cuddling.
Oh, well,
Syl in the middle.
okay. Yeah. Just holding hands over Syl.
Keep
Just
room
being
for
just being sad.
being sad.
Being scared. Being worried.
And then Arissa bursts into your tent to worry you even more. Go for it.
I mean, we're not worried.
She would
Not.
she would knock, but there was no door, so she just kind of like baps on the tent flap a couple times.
Bruce sits
Arissa?
up immediately. What? Is there a problem?
Grabs spear immediately.
No. It's fine. Well,
Oh.
it's fine, but it's not. I need. No, we're not in imminent danger, but I'd like to get everyone around and talk. And
Ursa, are you okay?
I'm up. I'm coming.
I think I got pulled to the spirit world by the priestess last night.
Fuck.
Good priestess or bad priestess?
No, the
Which?
yeah, the one that had the spirits trapped. I forget her name.
Yada.
Yada.
Yeah, Iada. I want to get the others, but I am scared to wake up Des.
I got it.
Thank you, Bryn.
Oh. Bryn.
That's my quest. That's our bud.
Grabs his bow, pulls on his shoes, claps out of the tent.
Yeah, I'll just go over and kick their tent over or something. I don't know.
Are you okay? Did she hurt you?
Over.
Like,
Staked to
just
the ground.
kick a stake out or something. It's morning, guys. Come on.
Just grab some leaves, open the tent
She
flap,
just
chuck
opens the tent
leaves
flap
in.
and throws water in.
It's like, wait, it's morning already?
Yeah, exactly. It's morning. Come on.
Wow, I am exhausted.
Bears hibernate. Jesus.
Bears don't hibernate. Besides, we're already in spring.
Are we in spring?
Mhm.
Gotcha. Arissa, there's an emergency. Arissa wants to talk to us.
Oh, I'll give me a moment to get ready.
Rue
It's his
is
pants.
asks, "Are you okay? Did she hurt you?"
No, she no. And then she'll like double check her arms, her face, she's like, no, she didn't touch me. We just talked.
Did you stay here physically?
Yes,
know?
because well, I think so. This has never happened to me before.
Actually, kind of
Pregnancy,
has
baby.
with the pregnancy and the baby, and the delivery of the
Went
baby.
through the crossroads.
Oh,
Yep.
that's right. Okay,
First.
yeah.
And then you realize
First spirit
that, and you're
fight.
like, it kind of felt like that.
She kind of paused. No. Yeah, that is what happened. It's been a while, but yeah. But no, she didn't. She got close, but didn't touch me.
You gotta find her and kill her.
She's a problem.
Well, it's at least this means we are too.
Oh yeah. I'll explain when everyone's here.
You say when, Des. Des limps over. Uh, uh,
Ah.
Arissa does not address it, nor does she make eye
Jesus.
contact.
She's like, I am not offering an ointment for that.
Bee's okay. This one, guess not.
not my area of expertise.
Could you provide something that helps Prevent?
You need to talk to my mom for that.
That's legit. Absolutely. Yeah.
Wait.
That's who you talk to.
Actually,
Yeah.
What?
I was talking about lubrication.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
I
that
was
is,
like-
Earth Priestess will have
Okay.
you covered.
yep.
I mean, his fucking wife's an Earth Priestess in training.
that's
She's
true.
Oh,
Like,
that's
good.
true.
yeah,
It's
she's,
true.
Oh, that's true.
She's
she
got
knows
an
what she knows what the
endless
fuck she's doing.
supply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. Hey. All right.
All right. So once everyone's together.
Yep.
Ursula explained. So I woke up in the middle of the night and I heard a child crying. So I went to go look, see if it was one of ours, if someone had gotten hurt or fallen or, something. And it was a girl I didn't recognize. Emaciated. Small. And she started,
Recognize that now as a disease spirit.
yeah, that's what I figured it was.
Yeah.
Some I she started running from me. I started chasing her, and that's when I realized something was wrong. Uh, the woods started shifting to winter. The trees lost their leaves. Uh, and then by the time this little girl, who's now, in retrospect, clearly she was a disease spirit. She brought me to the witch. And we talked. She can't find us and is upset about it,
Good.
for starters. She tried to what's the best way to say this?
Bryn's gonna take Arissa's hand.
Oh, she'll give it a little squeeze and she'll hold her. She was effectively questioning why we weren't giving in, following the lunar way, accepting their goddess, all of that. She said she knew we had the people of Gavrin's Cross and that we freed the water spirit and killed her demon. And I asked, and she said, she didn't care about the people, whatever, whatever. So I asked about their ancestor, and she said she didn't have need of him, but she was keeping him to keep their will broken, to make them not want to fight, to make them comply. She wants us to give up. She asked us why we
And
fought,
she's resorting to asking nicely. Interesting.
she asked us why we fight and who we are, and I said, well, I can't speak for all of us, and I gave her my personal answer, and I didn't give her any names or any information that would be of use to her. I mean, she vaguely knows, she knows me enough to pull me into the spirit realm, knows that I'm a white lady. I mean, that's obvious. So she doesn't really have any information on us other than what we've done, which is some comfort. But she's looking. She's not happy.
I mean, a lot of this is good news. It's concerning, though, that she was able to reach you and find you.
I know she could have killed me. There's no question.
Yeah, I don't know enough about how
It was probably not the
they
fact that
can do that.
she could find Arissa specifically, more for the fact that there was a white lady in our presence and she knows how to draw them.
I
That
see.
too.
Just send out disease spirits everywhere and see what we'll catch.
I played into it. I played the part. What can I say?
No, I mean, as you should have.
No. It was a clever tactic from her, if nothing else. But and then she vanished, and I woke up and I was in my tent.
I mean, it's good that she's still looking for us and that she can't find us. That's going to like tie up kind of her, hopefully her powers and her resources right now.
Hopefully. But it's gonna get to a point where it's not just gonna end it affecting us. We have neighbors.
We do.
I don't know what the next step from here is, but I just wanted to tell you all what happened.
I mean, I want these people's wider back.
The only way we're gonna get that is over her dead body. And that's me saying that.
I wonder if we can trick her. If she has some sort of affinity for finding you, specifically because of your connection with disease, the duality of your goddess and Malia. And maybe we can use you to lure her attention to one place while we do something in another. Make her think that she's about to find us.
It's possible. What are you thinking?
Shock.
Yes. Sorry, that was
Is
like
it-
that was like a weird voice, but
Yeah.
pokes up from behind something.
Slowly emerges from behind Discara.
Yes.
Are
Pops out
you
from a
able
bush.
to divide your attention, hide the bulk of the camp here and a smaller group somewhere else at the same time?
Ooh. The magic I've put on the camp will remain until I take it off. I can, at the cost of my power, conceal something else again.
Do people know about our dragon wider?
I mean, everybody here does.
Yeah, everybody here
Yeah,
does, but I
yeah.
mean like the outside
No.
I
world.
think
Nope.
so.
Nope.
Okay.
It hasn't really been seen by anyone. So
So, this witch, she has a job to do for the Lunars here. If we draw her away, she can't do it for them back at the camp.
from what I have heard and
Maybe that
observed,
leaves them
she seems
vulnerable.
to be an object of terror.
She said you can control with love or with fear, and that she was the fear.
Maybe we don't have to kill her just yet. Maybe we just have to humiliate her.
How?
That's risky.
Turn a symbol of fear into a joke. And it's not so scary anymore.
That's a real Orleans thing. But also, just as an aside, you
could
all
trick her.
have an expert or a sort of knowledgeable person about lunar stuff who happens to be around camp. Just saying.
She can't find us already. That must be embarrassing for her. Let's make a game of it. Make it more visible to the locals.
How?
Leave presents or messages for her to find when we're already gone.
Giving her memes.
Make her chase her tail.
That's as much as I love the idea, it's only gonna make her more mad, more volatile.
At some point, rage will look like desperation. Now I have no idea how to practically enact this. But if her job is to be a symbol of terror, we can make a mockery of that. Miss Celadon, wish she was here right now.
Was thinking the same thing. I don't. Do we have
he would
any?
be super proud of you.
Yeah.
Do we have any other followers of Yermul?
Tricksters? No.
I
No.
don't think so.
They're pretty rare.
Yeah.
But we've all got stories about Celadon, right? Morganeth probably has 100.
Morganeth will probably groan and smile if we bring him up to her.
Let's workshop it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
I don't know. It's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Fuck with
Now
her.
I just want to unleash my inner chaos demon, which is not exactly the same as Ruse, but I'm like, we draw dicks on everything.
Yeah.
That's hers. Like, we create effigies of her, just effigies of her and dicks. Like,
Celadon was here.
The funny thing too
we
is
go so low.
none of you can write,
So low.
so it's just
Yep.
going to be like,
Oh my god, that's right.
like, you
It's
suck, S-U-K, like,
it's
but the
all
S
doodles.
is backwards. Yeah, just like,
Yeah.
it's just doodles and stuff.
Pictograms.
Or
We
the,
just
oh,
do
God.
the S that's like the 3
The
lines.
dollar sign god.
No,
The
no,
90s, 80s S. Yep.
yeah, the one you would draw on all your
Oh.
like textbook covers.
Yep.
Oh.
I feel like there's something we can do with this.
It's pretty good.
I think this might be one of those things that
pretty
we have
good.
to workshop over too.
we're gonna have to workshop this. We're gonna have
Yeah,
to talk to the silliest people that we know in camp. Whoever is left. Who are the silliest gooses we have left?
Are we the
Honestly-
silliest geese?
Honestly, I was gonna say kind of maybe actually Aranina is a good
Is she a silly goose?
she's pretty good at like sticking
She's
with
silly
people.
goose though.
I don't think she would be a silly goose. She'd be one
Yeah,
of
yeah,
those
silly
like
goose is not the
creative
right
about
word.
stuff here.
terrifying like
Can I convince
geese.
birds to just go find her and poop on her? Like, imagine if like 40 birds just flew by and it was just like a sea of shits. Like things like that. Like,
You're
it doesn't have to
murder
be.
1,000 birds.
I mean, they gotta be fast.
She's just gonna kill like every bird in the forest. Like
I mean, they are like, they're birds and we're people. We need to.
yeah, I know.
I'm willing to sacrifice 20 birds to humiliate her in front of people.
So like the Jess in me is like, oh man, she's gonna like do something to these people's wider.
Also,
like,
it's kind
torment
of
him or
pathetic
kill
to
him.
just like lash out at a bunch of regular birds.
Peeps.
You know, too. Like, that's also kind of pathetic.
That's true. That's true. But like then the Bryn is just like, okay, sounds good. Let's humiliate her, Lunar. The Jess is
Start
being
some
like,
stories at Geo's Inn. Fart jokes,
Really good.
you know?
hmm.
I just embellish a little bit the thing at the river with the Olo, the wind demon. He wafted a terrible smell from her, really. Like, she smells. Like, just go very low.
Just call her weird.
We gotta come up with a good name for her. Like that time in Jess's game, you know, there's a prince, Jonathan, and we all called him Jimmy, and we fed him a marmot once for breakfast. We have to lean into that.
No. I mean, I liked it better at the idea of like her just kind of chasing us around and missing us, right? I think that
But we have to leave things for her to find. That
Yeah,
other
I
people will see
agree.
too, you know, like it's gotta be more than that.
I agree. I don't think we need to go to Jimmy marmot feeding level.
Honestly, the bird pooping's not a terrible idea either. At the right time, like it's
Are-
funny. Like
Could you really convince like 20 birds?
we might not be able to
I
convince them.
mean,
We might have to
maybe.
use some kind of magic.
Do you know someone
to
who could do
control
that?
them. Probably Kymries.
Can we talk to birds? He's got his
Probably
bird.
talk to bird spirits that can get birds to do stuff.
Honestly, Vesper could also probably talk to birds.
Well, Vesper's being a postal owl right now.
Yeah, but
Man, I
they have to
fucking
come
miss
back
Caledon
someday.
so much. If we had Caledon, we'd be like, could you sneak into her camp and fill her shoes with horse dung? And then, like, she puts her shoes on, like, just fucking shit like that.
that it's a different kind of guerrilla warfare there.
You know, like if we can't kill you in open combat, we can make you ridiculous.
You look stupid.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
make you look
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah,
We'll
pretty good.
private the pots at you.
it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That is good. I like it.
We've
Yeah.
got some really nasty troll food to work with and a thing that will make you shit out of both ends, essentially. So
Then she would know that we're near the trolls and also target trolls.
I mean, that's probably a safe assumption on her part that you're in the woods somewhere.
yeah,
you
she
know?
saw us
Yeah.
go into the
Mhm.
troll wood already.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Yeah, like,
Or
Yeah.
towards that
hidden
direction.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And then she knew
Speaking
we're
of
still
which, as you're having this conversation,
Hmm.
I'll make it easy. Lilia runs over.
Is Vesper back?
No,
Damn!
she's like,
there. And Lilia
she's-
runs over immediately, turns
Yeah.
to something else.
Bird!
there's we had some people out berry picking and towards the edge of the forest, and there's lunar arrow mound cavalry scouts.
Did they find them? No, our people
No,
saw them.
they got away. They got away, but there's cavalry looking for us.
How many did they say?
They only saw 2, but who knows how many are out there.
Let's get them.
You remember the Arrowman cavalry because you met them before.
The Germans?
The Germans.
She technically wasn't the leader of the Arrowman cavalry,
The
but yes,
tax
the German
collectors?
woman was leading them. Yeah. No, the people you met in Birchcross after you beat all the chaos monsters. And remember
yes.
you handed
Okay,
the kid
gotcha.
over to the Lunars because they would treat him better? Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. You want to kill them?
Let's catch them first.
If they know which way they came, won't we have to move? If
What
the
do you mean?
people like if scouts go out and they're supposed to scout a certain area and they don't come back, like a number of things could happen to them, but they could also find out that we're there.
Who said they're not going to come back?
I'm confused. Say more. Explain more.
If we take them prisoner, we can move them anywhere.
What? They won't come back to their people to report.
I don't think they'll be able to find this place even if they know the area it's in. The trolls live here and they were walking around the perimeter and they couldn't find it.
us. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
So
We could also set up a decoy camp, let them find it, fill it with traps, kill everybody who does.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good.
They don't know how we're hiding. So
It's pretty good.
it would actually be pretty easy to set a trap. Just have to make it look convincing.
you say this out loud?
Yeah.
Lilia says you can set up a decoy camp. When they attack it, we surround the camp and then we just have them.
Yeah. We could fill it with we could dig trenches, spikes, all kinds of things too.
Can you use some of that troll shit for poison?
Oh. We're like, we are going to let you go to carry a message back to your people. What's the message? Drink this. And we just slap the horse and let him go.
The message is projectile vomiting and diarrhea.
Projectile
won't kill
vomiting,
you.
that's Arissa's specialty.
Good night, Doc.
Naomi.
We should go get the scouts, though.
Are you going to attempt to capture these scouts, just the 5 of you, or are you going to do so in force?
We should probably do so in force.
I think actually a smaller number
scouts?
might be better because we'll be
Yeah,
quieter.
but you don't need, I mean, I don't mean bring like all 100 people, but like, are you going to take people with you?
I see.
Maybe like
I mean, just Erin is in force. So
Yeah, but Erenine is not a capture people alive sort of person.
yeah, but she's just there to look scary.
Yeah, but she'll want to kill.
Maybe Navenna and Lilia.
Yeah, I was gonna say bring Lilia.
Is Lilia a warrior?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she is. Okay.
Girly Pop's
Why
got
not?
armor.
armor.
We haven't gone out with her for anything, and she just came to tell us, it's like, you want to come?
Yeah.
All right. Were they mounted scouts? They are mounted scouts, right?
Yeah, they're cavalry. Yeah,
Cavalry.
they're cavalry. Yeah.
So we don't send them back on their horses. We
They've
just
got
keep
2
them.
more horses.
Those are our horses now.
They've brought horses to us.
That's very kind of them.
It is. We appreciate it. All right, yeah, I think we should we'll grab maybe Navenna and Lilia.
Okay. So it'd be 7 of you. All right. Fair. Okay. The reason I asked is because if you were like, all right, we're going to take like 10 guys or whatever, we would do this as like just a community role. This way we'll like more role play it with characters and stuff. So, all right. Lilia is able to confirm with the kid that was out berry picking, like kind of the area they were in. You guys head in that direction. Takes you a little while. It's not too far to the edge of the forest. So you get to the edge of the forest. Someone give me track rolls. Whoever wants to.
Nope. Our 2 trackers.
Yeah.
We're better at this now.
And Eris is in the woods a lot. I don't know.
Not for tracking. Arissa's good
I was
for like
like,
finding plants.
Plants.
Regular success for me.
Cool. I think you've already checked it, but if you haven't, check it.
No.
Checked already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already checked for me, but I failed by 6.
Look
Wow.
at that. I rolled a 27, but I
The student
still
becomes
failed.
the teacher.
I mean, I rolled an 88 out of 82, so
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So, Rue, also, how do you go? Like, Bryn, you take your mount?
I think I might have Orissa on Ort and me on.
Yeah, Arissa is learning how to ride a horse.
Actually, we'll both be on Ort. Yeah.
Yeah, you can both fit on
Yeah.
Orc.
We'll
All
both
right,
be on Ort. Yeah.
Lily
I think we
takes-
spread out. So like the large animal and then other people like being kind of more stealthy, going
Yeah.
brush in trees.
Lily is
fan
on
out
her
to the
horse
sides
too.
of it.
Lily is on her
Yeah.
horse too. So she took a horse.
Yeah, we'll assume
Um,
that the mounted people will be seen or are more readily seen than the people on foot. So we'll try to be particularly stealthy.
Yeah.
Their attention, when spotted, will be drawn to the mounted people, and then we can pick them off from like the sides, hopefully, or take them
Okay.
down or whatever we're gonna do.
There's supposedly only a couple of them that was seen, right? Doesn't mean there aren't more around. So,
Head
all right,
weapon.
you do find some horse tracks and some footprints because they got off and looked around and stuff, and like seems like they probably picked up the track for the child and were trying to follow it because they start like the tracks start like going zigzagging around, you know, the way, but then they eventually lost it because the child was smart and like ran into a stream
mm,
Hell yeah.
and shook them off.
Hell yeah, one of
So,
ours.
so
Good job,
they lost.
kid.
Yeah, they lost the trail. So you find their trail
Rena
kind of like
coming in clutch.
moving up and down the river, and they kind of picked a random direction. Amazingly, they picked the wrong direction, and they're like heading that direction, which is north, away from your camp along a stream.
Nice.
Probably going slowly because they're tracking.
Let's hunt them down. Me and my sister.
You're able to. Hold on a minute. Yeah, you're able to catch up and eventually see them walking their horses with their bows. They wear, you see through the woods. If you want to not be seen, you need to make a stealth check. But they don't wear armor. They just wear open face helmets. And they have white tunics and yellow cloaks with green pants.
What sort of
And-
check would it be for me and Syl to scare the shit out of their horses by howling really close and being very large wolves?
Well, you're not a wolf right now, but
I sound like one.
okay.
And smell like one.
I would say intimidate.
I'm not good at that. But I could augment it.
Is stealthing hide or move quietly?
I'd say move quietly.
And is that something I can do on a fort?
Wood elk or woodland
Yeah.
creatures, they can
Yeah,
be quiet if they want to. I would say you wouldn't get a penalty from that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I definitely got to augment this.
I am also going to augment. I'm going to augment with my hatred for lunars.
Fuck it, I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna let everybody who's stealthing to get closer and stuff get into position. And then Syl and I are gonna do some hunting, howling, and see if we can spook the horses. If they're walking the horses, they're just holding reins. Hopefully a scared horse will pull away from them.
I will give you a bonus because horses don't like wolves. So I will say I'll give you a bonus 20%.
Hell yeah, fuck it, we'll try it. But I will give everybody else a chance to get into position.
Bort's probably used to this.
Yeah, I would say he is, but you're also with him, so you can probably calm him down. So let's get what everybody's doing. Ruin and Syl are going to howl. Jess, what is Bryn going to do?
I see lunars. I'm locking on. I augmented with hatred. I am going to like quietly position myself, kind of hopefully with like cover from like trees and stuff, and I have my bow and arrow out.
Okay. So that would just be, I would say that's a hide roll for you because you're trying to conceal yourself then.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. I did succeed on my augment.
Beautiful.
That adds 20. Augmenting adds 20? Yes.
Yes.
So that is this is not Cthulhu. I missed it by 2 points.
Ooh,
yeah.
No luck to spend.
Yeah.
All right, you think you're well hidden. Arissa, what are you doing? Yeah. You know what, Arissa, you're with her. You're hiding. Let's see how you do. Well.
Oh God.
Don't worry, I put a tree in front of you.
God, where is?
I'm like our healer.
Where is hide?
Or else I would charge for it.
Where? Oh, there it is.
Yep, middle column.
Oh fuck, 15. Gross.
You can augment.
I'm gonna have to if I want to succeed. But listen, I don't trust my goddamn rolls in this game. I'm going to augment with clan loyalty, probably.
Sure, that's fair.
I don't know what else to.
Yeah, protect.
I do have hate.
Protect us.
I was gonna say, yeah, I do have hatred looters, but I think Arissa's much more. Oh yeah, it's a 32. That's a success.
Okay, so that's plus 20, so you got 35 now.
Yep.
Yeah.
31.
Okay, so you succeeded. Bryn failed. What did you succeed by?
4.
So I'm going to rule that because she was only failed by 2.
I balanced for it out.
Yeah, I think you guys are probably okay. You think you're hidden well. Yes, what are you doing?
I am moving silently, getting into position. Mm-hmm. I am augmenting with what should I augment with? I think I'm gonna augment with my movement rune.
Okay.
Nice.
That is a no for the augment.
Oof.
Okay, so you just failed that, so you don't get a nothing happens there.
Yeah. You get like a penalty, right? minus 10 or something.
Yeah. All right, let's try for the move quietly. Oh no. No. I think I'm going to use a reroll for that.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
God.
that was a 99.
Oh,
I have rolled 88, 77, and now 99 this session.
All
you know
right.
what? That's what you
Checked
get
off.
for being a bear.
Checked off the reroll.
No. No. Still, it's better. It's better than a 99. It's a 96.
You see the beehive. Step away from the beehive.
So,
And
that's not
into the thicker bush.
fumble. Is it fumble? Hold on a minute.
I think
97?
97 is a fumble.
What did you get? You got
I got a
didn't get
96.
Oh, I think I got a 97.
Yeah, 97 is a fumble. Okay.
Just missed the
So
fumble.
you just missed the fumble. Okay.
Please.
God. Yeah, you know what? I should really have you. No, you don't step on. You know what
Yeah, he
happens?
missed the bees. It's okay.
You
What
know
if we
happens?
what if we do that? What if we just get a bunch of bees to
So you-
harass?
So you have
bad.
no
That's pretty
idea
good.
where Lilia is. She's hidden like fuck.
She's just gone.
And same thing with Navenna. So
That's appropriate.
Rue, you are getting ready. Are you hiding while you do this?
We're staying farther back because we don't need to be as close as them, so we're not trying to sneak forward.
You're still kind of in sight though, so I would say if you don't want to be like easily spotted, you probably want to do a hide.
Sure.
All right.
Do
Sure,
that
sure,
hide.
sure. Where is my inner now?
Middle column. Near the bottom-ish. Above other skills.
Okay, my hide is not great, but I did get a 7, which is
Ooh.
enough. It's not a special or
Okay.
anything because my hide sucks a lot, but it is a success.
Okay, very good.
Really?
Check
It's
it.
not,
check
that's not
it.
half?
Check your hide.
Half is not a special. 20% is a special.
It's 20% a
Oh,
special.
gotcha.
Yeah.
20 and
Half
10.
is Call of Cthulhu. That's what we're
Mm.
thinking. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So you and Sil find a good place to get in place. You're just about to howl when you
We're, like,
see.
At an angle a bit, so it sounds like we're surrounded a little bit. Yeah.
Yep. And Des, you don't see Des, but Des, you settle into. You're like, oh, this is going to be a great place to hide. But then you spot a bee's nest in the tree, and you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, I don't want to do this again. And you unconsciously like step back and just snap a twig. And the
Yeah.
guys are like, they had paused and they were just kind of like hanging out by this little stream and like kind of like filling their helmets with water, like water their horses. And right away they're just like, they hear the snap and they turn to you.
Yeah.
But Rue, you
It's
get to do your thing
Happening now. That
Yeah.
happened, and we are gonna be the howling. I did really fucking good on my augment. I got a 3.
now. Oh, so shit.
That's
so
why I was
that
making
is,
that face. I was like,
It's like,
I'm
look at
augmenting with my love
Emerson.
for Sil because I'm working in concert with my work
so
with my
that
sister on this.
means that is a
It is
that's
It just made it. It's the big
Plus-
one.
Critical.
the
30?
really, really good one.
Plus 40?
Yeah, it's
5% of 60.
plus. Hold on a minute. Where the fuck are the augments?
That would be plus 50, right?
Yeah, it's plus 50.
Plus 50? Okay.
Yeah.
Plus-
Because it's
Shit.
I'm actually gonna succeed.
Yeah, critical is plus 50. Yep.
What do we have for rerolls?
we just
We
got
just
another one
got
from
some.
John.
We have 2
Okay,
right now
I don't
total.
think hang on. I don't think I need it. What, 50 and then 20, 50, 60, 70. I do need it. I need it. I'm gonna use it. Thank you. That was a 91.
We got another one from Sunday Mean too. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So we're
20. I got a
Beautiful.
success. 20 is my total right now is
It'd have to be like
70,
100 to be.
85. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
So, all right. They just as they turn to see the snapping of the twig, they're like the howls of wolves.
This is wolf hunting, wolf howl.
One very
Growl.
convincing one, and one that's just like, because it's a dude who it's very convincing, but it's still to you guys clearly like Rue howling.
Yeah.
But you're just like, wow, that sounds really good. And the horses just go ape shit and start bucking and like take off from these guys. They're like, no, what? And
Hell yeah, those are
I will
horses.
say that they are in confusion because of that, even though they clocked you right away, Des. I'll give you before we go
They're
into
like, dude, there are wolves.
before we go into like strike ranks. I will say I'll give you guys a round of basically like surprise, even though I don't think that's technically in the book. I think it is actually. I don't care. You have a round of surprise. Do your thing. Yeah.
All right.
Christian, did you see my message?
Let me see if I did. Hold on a minute.
It's in Zoom.
Yeah, I see it. We'll finish right after this.
Okay.
I was planning on stopping then anyway.
And I don't know if we decided how we're gonna do this, but
You did
I'm
not.
gonna shoot.
We're gonna try to get them alive, though.
Both of them? That's not what the impression Britain's under.
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
My murder hobo girlfriend needs more explicit instructions when it comes to taking prisoners.
Yeah,
right,
I'm gonna shoot.
strike ranks is whose turn
this
is it?
This is a round of surprise, so we'll just go around. So Bryn, you can shoot one. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I have to get below a 72. I got a 17.
Okay.
That is a success.
That is a success. Roll to hit.
Why don't I have other dice out here?
They cannot dodge or anything. And they only got a helmet, so this is probably going to hurt them.
6 points of damage.
Okay. Roll me a location. Roll a d20.
It's 18.
Ooh.
That is left arm.
Head. What? Oh,
18?
yeah, you're right. Left arm. Good job, Ken.
6 points of damage to left arm. All right.
Yes.
You peg this guy really hard in his arm, and just straight through his arm. So they're like, oh, the horse is shit, right through his arm, and he's just like, you have that moment where something stuck in you, and he's just like,
You're
and he's bleeding, and he falls to his knees, and he starts screaming. Lilia comes just roaring out on her horse, which is Rue's horse, and just shoots an arrow right into the ground at the other guy's foot, and instantly has another one pointed right at him, and shouts something in a language you guys don't understand, which is going to be an intimidate roll for her.
Do we
recognize? Get on the ground, motherfuckers! Make my day.
Yeah.
Do we recognize it though? That it's Luna?
Yeah, you've heard Lunars speak their language. It's Pelorian.
Gotcha.
And he's just sees his friend got shot, sees people, the rest of you, kind of coming out of the woods, sees a very big Des trying to hide, but stumbling. Yep. And what were you going to do, Des? I'll give you an action too.
Des was thinking of he was gonna cast mobility on himself.
Okay. Just in case one ran.
Yeah. Okay. That and combat wise, it increases my strike rank by 1. So
sure. Okay. You cast that, so do your thing.
That is a 71. Pretty sure I gets it.
Yeah, that's below 5 times your power, so you got it.
Yeah.
All right, so you do that. She rushes out. Like I said, this guy's wounded badly. The other guy sees his friend just got fucked up.
Yeah,
realizes he's surrounded and outnumbered, and is just like,
and I'll ride my orc closer.
All right. He's speaking to Lilia in New Pelorian. And she's just yelling at him back, and he's like, oh! And he's just dropping spear. He has a spear that he dropped, and he's dropping a dagger, and just kind of oh! Meanwhile, his friend is on the ground, moaning and bleeding very heavily.
We only need one. You have no idea what she's saying.
Marissa, up for trying to get the horses.
Sure. Arissa will climb down from Ort?
I mean, I can
No,
hop
stay
I
on
can,
Ort.
No,
Yeah.
I can hop off Ort and you could take Ort.
Oh, yeah, that worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
you should take Ort, see if you can calm him down.
I'm gonna take out
You've
my
got
axe.
this.
Yeah.
I could
Kill
also
this poor
probably go
guy.
with
I don't know, maybe. We'll see.
now that I can probably at least catch up to the horses
Yeah.
because I have mobility.
Oh,
in me.
because you're fast too.
Yeah,
'cause I-
Yeah, between the
Ursa
two
and
of them.
Discar, go see if you can calm him down and get him.
There's two
Yeah.
horses.
You
Okay.
guys run off. Arissa and Discar run off to get the horses.
Look at her riding. She's got this.
Bryn, Navenna, Jess, and Lilia are left with a wounded soldier or cavalryman and a okay one who is very scared.
Syl's just gonna come out and be big and scary. She loves it when people quake in fear.
Yeah, she just kind of buffs up.
She's like, they don't know that I'm the derp of my pack. Ugh.
This is Amber's real character.
Oh.
Derpy wolf. So Lilia just looks at you guys and she says in Yortling, well, they're scared. You got them. She gestures to the one who's surrendered and she says,
Get some rope, throw all your weapons down.
They're already throwing their weapons down.
Yeah.
Except for the one, I guess, who's on the ground. But
this one's Antius.
I don't
The wounded one is Krizar.
care about their names.
Rue gives you a look, Bryn, like you got cool in a little bit. Rue will come out with some rope. Antius and Krizar.
Krizar. Krezar.
Write this down.
I'm not even gonna write it down.
Because one, they're not sheep boys.
Lunar 1 and Lunar 2.
Wow.
Red shirt
Listen,
1 and red shirt
Lunars
2.
are people too.
It's like
okay?
Lunar 1 and actually like Lunar. Oh, I guess he still has his arm. Can't be like 0.75.
Arm is really fucked up.
Were you
He's got an
looking for
arrow
us?
straight through it. Yeah.
6 damage would take out Dessa's arm, just to
Yeah.
let you know.
It is. His arm is like, it's just hanging there. He's like just holding it and it's
If
bleeding
he does
very
not
heavily.
get medicine, he will need an amputation soon.
He's not doing well at all.
Why don't you have a seat?
Well, Prentius is already seated. She's more like slumped. But Antius sits.
Were you looking for us? Found us?
I would say more you've found us.
Does he recognize them at all, or the way they smell, or it's too long gone? There are too many of them. If
There's
There's
tons of
any
them.
chance
There's,
from-
yeah, no,
yeah.
no, there's no. Yeah.
Rue will like pop us, like squat down in front of them.
There are others. They will know we are missing.
How many others?
Many.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter how many, they're not going to find you.
He swallows at that.
Do they have like lunar accents, or do they have like?
Yeah,
do they seem
they
like
do.
they might be converts? So these are guys
Nope,
from
they
the
definitely, yeah.
Lunar lands.
They have all of them wear a chain with like a red arrow on it, like
Okay.
hanging from their chest. That's also their. They have shields and spears as well. Their standard is a dancing Hanil, the grain goddess. Yeah, I actually think they're from Tarsh now. But go on. I'm sorry.
What if we
Oh.
just make a bunch of effigies of Hanil like dabbing, like the most embarrassing dance you can do?
Well, Hanil is like
that's not an embarrassing dance.
that's like
Awesome.
blasphemy. They'd probably be pissed
Sarah's
off.
like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
What do you know about us? What did they tell you before they sent you out here?
You are bandits.
We do some raiding, but we're not bandits.
That you are vicious. He says, and he looks at the guy who's like bleeding out. That you
Can
needed to
be.
be
Small
stopped.
woman
I've seen the
holding
scene
an
about you.
axe with the look of murder in her eye.
He's eyeing Bryn like terrifiedly. It's funnily like of all of them, he seems the most scared of Bryn.
That's the correct answer.
Meanwhile, you guys are pretty easily find the horses. I mean, they just ran off a little bit, and they just, they're a
Yeah.
little jittery, and they don't know your smell. So I would say if you have animal.
E.
What do we have here?
Like animal lore.
No.
Animal lore.
There's farm. There's herd.
It's not really a horde beast. I mean, I guess I would say your ride skill would
Yeah, I was
be
gonna say
what lets you.
ride.
Yeah, that lets you understand horses. Let you do that. Try that to calm them down.
All right, let's see.
I think Arissa has a higher ride than
Yes,
Des
you know
does.
what? I've been calling the name. It's the Arrow Stone Cavalry. I've been calling the Arrow Mound Cavalry because there's also a place called Arrow Mound because Glorantha likes to be confusing, but they are the Arrow Stone, and they are from First Blessed, so they are in the middle
Nope.
of the Lunar Opera. Thank you, Sky. Okay, nope. Yeah, Arissa, you can't do it. This car.
Also, nope.
Yep, they're just very jittery and they keep running away from you.
Yep.
You can try again. It's just going to take you a while, basically.
Yeah.
So this is just to see how quickly you get back. Back to intimidating people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been in my country?
He's like, please, my friend, he will die.
Our white lady will be back soon.
Oh, she may not.
I'm gonna take the rope and cut a length off to make a tourniquet for him in the meantime.
Okay.
Just tie it off.
He sees that and he seems like that relaxes him a bit. And he says, 3 years.
Do you miss your home?
He seems like he's not sure if he should answer that, but he nods.
I miss mine too.
Why did you leave it?
It was taken from us.
By whom?
What's his name? Karenstar?
No.
And
Kang
nope, the
Hall.
other one? Nope,
Kang
Karenstar's
Hall.
the good one.
Kanghal?
Kanghal, yes. I always
Yeah.
get those two confused because
Mhm.
it begins with the K, yeah.
Yeah.
And what was that particular Red Witch's name?
Ashigara.
Kanghal and Ashigara.
Mhm.
And those who gave their orders.
Ah. I mean, Kanghal is one of your kings. He has nothing to do with us.
It's one of your subjects now.
No one is my subject. I'm just a horseman.
If only we could all stay what we started. We're just gonna tie their hands behind their backs.
He accepts it because, like, ransom is still a thing. So,
Mm.
I don't know what we're going to do with you. We're still deciding.
I will not resist, but I ask for my life. I surrendered honorably.
There's no honor among Lunars.
Ooh. But technically, Orlanth and Vinga are honorable, and they wouldn't want you killing unarmed
Honorably,
people.
perhaps honorably, if not embarrassingly.
People is the defining word there.
He'll get like a
Wow.
sack or something from like Lilia's horse and bag their heads.
She was prepared for this.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that she has not kidnapped anyone on her own in the past, but she's
Oh,
familiar
no.
with the process.
The process, yep. We'll gag him, we'll put the bag on him.
You guys roll. Give me another roll. I'm sorry, Arissa and Descar to see if they get the horses. I'm sorry.
All right.
I really should have augmented. It's fine.
You
I
can this
rolled
time if you
the
want.
exact same number.
God. Okay, I'm just gonna say that it takes you like 20 minutes to 30 minutes to finally calm these horses down because they keep like running away. Then you chase them down, running away, and finally you get the bright idea of like just like feeding them some food.
Yep.
And they come around.
You're like sugar cube. And
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're not
In my-
super happy about it, but they come with you.
Yeah. In my mind, like Des is not one for riding horses because like he's so big.
Mhm.
Need
And,
a really
like-
big horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a
One
lot
of
of
those
big
Shire
horses.
horses. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
You need a bear.
Yep.
Oh no, a bear riding a bear. Oh geez.
Yeah. I've seen some videos of that, but anyway, finally took a while for that one to sink in.
I was like, is Christian saying what I think he's saying? And then I
I
saw
said
the
exactly.
grin and the smirk on your face, and I was like, he is.
Yeah. So you get the horses back.
All right. I think
Take a
we are
long
gonna
while.
take these guys back to camp.
Arissa, this guy's like gonna bleed out. Just saying.
Yeah, it's not even a question at this point. She
Give
Hop-
aid.
hops down from ore and she'll make herself
Can
known.
you-
Just I can stop this. Give me just a minute.
Arissa, can you keep him alive but not exactly get him spry, if you know what I mean?
Ooh. Yeah, you don't have to put all your healing magic into the healing.
Well,
you can just
yeah,
heal
obviously not. No, her goal is to stop the bleeding and
Yeah.
like fix him up a little.
So you can do
Yeah,
that with
yeah,
first
okay,
aid,
I was just like,
or you
let's,
can do that with the heal spell. It's up to you.
My first aid skill is fucking bananas.
Ooh.
Where
Yeah.
is it?
Like near first column,
It's over 100.
75%.
Just give me a roll for the heck of it.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure I'm gonna roll like a fucking
Yeah, so that way
fifth.
you can conceivably increase
Yeah,
it.
no, the most in character roll 28 out of 107.
Nice. All right. So he gets. I mean, is that special on that?
No, probably not. 107? You would need like
No, it's not. Yeah, you would need
21, 22.
21 or 22. All right. So you heal him up. I mean, you get it patched up and you start the bleeding, and you stop the bleeding and stuff like that. And it's he's just like, get the arrow out because it's still
Yeah.
stuck on his arm. Fortunately, it went through, so you just kind of like break it and push it through. It's not fun,
Slightly
but
better tourniquet.
yeah, slightly better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just he's just like, oh, bless you, white lady, bless you.
Yeah, she
And you can just throw them on the back of horses and get them back to camp. Like
Yeah.
you bag them up. All right. So you take
Bag
them
'em
back to
up.
camp.
Get him back to camp.
When you get back to camp, Ezrala meets you with Kymrese and an owl.
Oh shit.
Vesper?
Oh boy.
Yep.
I
Vesper's
want-
back.
To hear this news, but not in front of these
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
We will
So you can.
be
Lily
right
is like,
with you.
Lily is like, I'll take him somewhere. Don't worry. And you go and find a private place to talk to the owl. And he's just like,
Did you find her, Kalir?
I found the one with the star in her head. I can't do an owl voice. I'm sorry. Because I
He's
want
like, I
to.
am a robot.
I want to default to like the owls. Like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a lollipop?
Center of it to
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't want to do that because it sounds so stupid.
2,
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
I mean, when you were
But,
like, I can't do an owl voice, and I was like, what is an owl voice?
I know, but I don't
That's
want
fair.
to do that owl voice because
fair.
that's like too cliche. So
Nah,
no.
you
That
just,
is the standard.
You just play a wild animal the way I do. Pick the most random accent and run with it.
Make him like a Puerto Rican guy from the Bronx. Just be like, yeah, so I talked to the guy.
The
and,
Cajun owl.
I would love that owl.
I would love a Cajun owl.
Okay,
Well,
so
I would
there you
also
go.
love
He
a
goes-
Puerto Rican owl from the Bronx. Like,
He says he's going to be Cajun. We'll do a Puerto Rican from the Bronx for another
Can you do a
hour.
Cajun
yeah.
accent, Christian?
I can try, I guarantee. So I will tell you why I can sort of do a Cajun accent after stream because it's
Mm.
it's not bad, but it's
Not
not
great.
something that needs to be shared.
oh, okay.
So he's just
I
like,
gotcha.
so I found your lady with the star on her head, and I talked to her. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
It's more like a southern accent than a Cajun
But
accent.
here's
It's
the
hard.
thing.
Cajun is hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did
Cajun
it work?
South.
You pick the most random accent
It
for the
did.
animal,
Closer.
It did.
and you
It did.
run with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Vesper.
I talked to the one who is the king. There are not many people left.
They request any aid from us. Anything we can do.
They have sealed all the ways in and out. They know that the one they call Tatius is planning something and sending many more troops to the area.
Tatius from the pyramid temple thing?
Yes, Tatius is the guy who's in charge of everything.
Okay.
He's building the
They ask you
lunar
to
temple.
stop as many of the troops getting here as possible. But the one who has the star on her head says that the most important thing is that you do not get destroyed.
We're trying. Okay.
I mean, actually, we're doing pretty good at that.
Okay, we gotta make a big fucking mess, I guess, then. Stop the troops. Is Tatius the guy building the temple on the other side? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
That's who I
Tatius the
thought it
Bright.
was.
Yep.
Yep.
So they're coming down from north.
We also
Yeah.
learned that the big like 7 of Vister are headed to Whitewall. Like that's the big group that's being sent to, along with like a couple others.
All right, then if that's our part, they do not arrive. Whatever it takes. 7 of Vister.
Yeah, it's the 7 of Vister and the.
What if we just
Penna-
start calling them the 7 of
Pension
Pister?
Legis.
Like, what if
Well,
that's part of our campaign?
Sure, there you
You just have just to
The 7 of Pister.
just mock them viciously.
And then I have the Penitent Legions, but that's probably less.
Penitent Legions, Silver Shields, and some others. Yeah.
But the impression that I got was the Penitent Legions is less intimidating than the 7 of Vister. Like the 7 of Vister is the big one.
The 7 of Vister, there are only 7 of them. That's why they're called that.
Okay.
Yeah, the
So it
Penitent
is-
Legions are like,
The criminals.
they're also like, they're like broken. So they lack
Yes.
kind of the mental
Yes.
and emotional agility of like a normal fucking soldier. So
What was the other one that you said, Christian? I don't think I had that one
The
down.
Silver Shields.
The
There's another
Silver
one?
Shields.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
You've heard that they're on their way,
Okay.
if not there already. Because there are some that are already there, like the arrow stone cavalry. Got it right this time. Is there, and but cavalry isn't that great in a siege. Also, the Doblian dog eaters are already there.
cavalry's not very good in a siege, but it would be much better in like a blitz group that is attacking a siege line. In and out.
But I think that's probably where we'll stop tonight. 'Cause it's 10:30 and we've been playing long enough. Yeah, we'll leave it there.
I'm making a note. 7 of Pister. We need to begin this campaign of words and mockery.
You need to find an Aramali and just be like,
Teach me your ways.
he just does a stand-up circuit to all
Yeah,
the chieftains and everything. Just like 7 of Vister, more like 7 of Pister. Am I right? Hey.
We need to find the funniest, most irreverent drunkard dick that we possibly can. Like, we need to find Caledon's heir.
Is this something that like we can pray to?
Aramal?
Yeah,
I
is
mean,
that
that's you want
don't-
to pray to Aramal?
I have no idea. I don't know if that's like a thing.
I would dare to.
This
Just risky, right?
It's yeah. I mean, look who it is.
Yeah.
But I would say that you can
But, like,
definitely.
But
you
if
could
it was
definitely
not
find-
Ermal, is that
you
something
could totally-
in RuneQuest? Like if it was not Ermal, if it was like a different god, is that like a thing to like?
Oh, could you just like pray to someone to have yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah,
like not
yeah,
my
yeah.
own god.
Yeah. There's no reason for that. Yeah.
Is there
okay.
any way to contact the deceased person outside of
Yes.
Sacred Time?
Yep.
Caledon.
Oh,
You
Oh,
also
that's a good idea.
within weapons and equipment, there's literally a thing where you can pay like a skald or someone to like write a poem about you, about how great you are, or also to just make like a diss track. So you could find someone who would do
Yes.
that.
Oh, shit, that would
you
be
could,
amazing.
You could,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could
yeah.
find like you could find like the RuneQuest version of Kendrick Lamar to just be like,
that would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, like I do think that has value in this
Just be like
case. Like,
Satacious. Yeah.
like think of what the world did to Nickelback, and they didn't really do anything wrong,
Yeah.
you know? Like
Yeah.
if we just make them Nickelback, like
Does
Oh,
following up with Amber's question about like talking to the dead, is that something that Reese has any like
As a
toes in?
matter of fact, yes, he does.
Okay.
I believe he does. Yeah.
Our conqueror
Yep.
of death over there.
I think he has a spell specifically for like calling up an ancestor, if I remember correctly.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So that would work. So
Make another
and
note of that, Amber.
Sunday Mead brings up a very good thing that the Lightbringers cults, Orlanth, Vinga is Orlanth basically,
Yeah.
but Orissa, all of them are like associated, and Ermal is a Lightbringer. So technically, I mean, you can pray to him, like, you know, and like ask
yeah,
for stuff.
he's
conceivably.
chaotic and stuff. He's a
Yeah,
trickster, but at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, he stands against chaos.
Correct. He wasn't a dick.
We
Yeah.
also still get what we ask for, right? So like, what am I writing down?
All right.
Something about? Yeah.
all right,
Take
cats,
us
I'm
out,
hurting.
Sarah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, once again for joining us for this week's episode of DMs After Dark. If you want to catch us live in the future, you can follow us at twitch.tv/DMs After Dark. If you missed part of this and want to catch up, all the VODs are going to get uploaded to our YouTube channel, just DMs After Dark. Also, we are on every podcast app worth their salt at DMs After Dark. That is where you get all of our stuff, as well as any random bonus episodes that just may happen to pop up. I just put all of our socials in chat, our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. You can, oh, pardon me. You can also email us at dmsafterdark@gmail.com. Questions, comments, concerns, conspiracy theories, cat pictures, please. And maybe Christian will remember to forward them to the rest of us and not hoard all the good cats to
Where are
himself.
the cats?
I have a mountain of cats that I sleep on.
And until next time, everyone, make a really dirty joke in your secret group chat, then don't let the rest of the world know.
Which is what Sarah does every single fucking
your
You
quiet-
take that. You put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
It's a personal victory for you, right in here. Right, I realize I'm in an oval. You can't see it, right in your heart. A little victory just for you. All right, you just take that and you just get a little kiss, put it in there. Good night, everyone.
Yo.